We're back. We're back from the break. The break that took a week to edit. We've still got...
I got toilet paper, I got a dab.
Huh? What is this?
Sorry.
Stop that.
Restart.
No. We've still got Havoc and Victus and Griff and Volley, and they've just made it to the foot of the mountains where they can hear some thunderous footsteps.
Yeah, we never did check for scrying.
That was the next thing.
No, we already found that out.
Because we killed the vampire, and then I was like, we should check for scrying, and then we just kind of moved on.
Oh.
Regardless of checking for scrying, I'm going to see if I can see what's making those footsteps.
I'm going to prepare an action.
So I'm going to peer about in the dark,
vanish.
or is it like day?
It's daytime.
It's daytime. It's daytime.
It's daytime.
Okay. 24 for...
23 for me.
You see a small hunting party of giants. Yes.
I would call it a large hunting party of giants. Because they're big. It's funny. Okay.
That's the sugar talking.
That's the sugar talking. I'm sober.
So when we do our drunk episode, we just gotta give him sugar, not alcohol.
We're just gonna give Sam pixie sticks.
I have a medical problem.
I've ever talked to you guys about football.
I hate Mondays.
No, I would recite the entirety of Bionicle lore from memory, and you would kill me. You would legitimately kill me.
So
start yelling Matua.
Is Sam too drunk to drive home?
I'll be fine in a minute. Tell me about this hunting party.
I've prepared invisibility.
Of course you did.
Vanish.
You can make a nature check, or you can't. Whoever knows nature can make a nature check.
I have a nature check.
Knows nature.
Right.
17.
18.
You recognize that these are stone giants.
They look like rocks. They must be stone giants.
Yes. There's a pack of them, 4 in number, and
stone giants are usually playful.
And they're moving along this like mountain trail that you guys are walking on. So it's a trail of use, but it's really, really hardly a trail. So it's just sort of like barely a path. And the mountain giants use it as well.
So let them go.
Should we hide?
I'm gonna hide.
Interrupt them.
They're coming toward you.
I'm hiding.
They see you.
I hid.
Okay.
I
They
said
see
I'm
the
hiding.
party. They don't.
I'm gonna make it stealth.
Are they coming in the opposite direction, or are they coming up behind us?
They're coming towards you.
So
they're coming from the west towards you guys.
Have you ever had problems with stone giants before?
I rack my memory. When was the most recent war with the stone giants?
Between the hobgoblins?
Yeah. Hobgoblins have been at war with pretty much everyone except the Tengu.
Can you make a history check?
Sure.
I got a 30.
I don't have history. Is it below a check below 10?
Yeah.
13.
Okay. You remember a tale that you were once told, and probably somewhere around 600 years ago was the last.
All right.
So they're friendly.
So either 600 years ago, or within the last 5 years.
Ah, fuck it. I'll say hi to him.
I hide. I got a 35 on my stealth.
What language do they speak?
Giant.
Do any of
I'll
you
say hi
guys
to him in
speak
Giant.
giant?
I do. I'll say hi to him in Giant.
Okay. You hail the stone giants, and one of them, who's out front, he's a little bit more stony than the others.
Yeah, a little rocky, more underneath than the rest.
That's right.
Damn right.
He waves back, and in giant responds, "Greetings, traveler.
I ask him how his hunt's going.
The hunt is good.
Yeah.
Granite is plentiful in this area."
Awesome.
That makes sense.
Before too long, they close the gap with your party.
Okay.
I purposely allow myself to be seen and step out.
Greetings, traveler.
Is that a giant?
Is that giant or common?
I speak giant.
He allows himself to be seen in common. That's correct.
They're not speaking. They're speaking in giant. Yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't hear him say that he could speak giant. That's why.
I speak giant. That was our second to last language, I think. Right after infernal.
What the fuck is he saying?
You travel with a hobgoblin in disguise.
Yes.
You really?
I
gotta do
told you.
Don't.
Well, I wouldn't know. I don't speak giant.
Well, you're obviously
Well, he
a
points
hobgoblin.
right to you.
Don't worry.
You're obviously a
about him.
hobgoblin. The idea is not.
He's not welcome amongst
specific.
the hobgoblins.
That's true.
None are welcome against the hobgoblins.
No.
Could everybody stop speaking about me?
We hear they're all dicks.
I don't know what they're saying either.
The hobgoblins
They keep on saying hobgoblin. I know that much.
move against us into our mountains, into our stones.
This hobgoblin comes to defeat them.
Speak words I can understand, David.
I translate. This hobgoblin comes to defeat you. No. I told them comes to defeat the other hobgoblin. No, the other hobgoblin.
That's not what you just said.
No, I said the correct thing to
You
them.
didn't conjugate correctly.
I conjugated incorrectly in common, not in giant.
While they argue, whatever.
How do I know that? I don't speak giant.
I'm gonna tell the giants we're here to put an end to. What's your uncle's name?
Carnage.
Carnage's
tyranny.
reign.
Carnage's reign.
Tyranny.
Tyranny. Yeah.
Carnage is tyranny.
Tyranny.
Rock smash logo.
Yeah.
Tyranny.
Tyranny.
What? Smash logo? What?
It is giant tongue for tyranny.
Oh, okay.
Rock smash logo.
Yeah. Any chance your hunting party would like to join us?
He just hucks a rock off into the distance towards the Iron Glacier. And, that thing fucking sails.
I pick up a snowball and throw it as well in the same direction.
What's happening?
I have no idea, but I think I might be next.
No.
I point to the direction of the.
I fill in.
the stone.
I try to fill in.
Ask them if they can speak in common.
Do you speak in common, Rock Brother?
Or at least goblin.
Languages of tongues, rock no speak.
Okay. I'll translate.
I cast vocabulary on me and Havoc.
Tongues?
Vermilius vocabulary.
We can understand.
That's cool.
But can't speak.
We can speak it. I think.
Anyways, I'm gonna ask him, would you care to join us in our
Hang on.
quest?
Speak, understand, read, and write.
There you go.
So we can do all of those things for
1 minute.
8 hours.
Oh, cool.
Wait, can I produce a quill with, what's it called? The feet?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I can do it.
HQ materials.
Materials.
Hobgoblins from the place of metal and irons.
Yes.
They come and take giant land. They take giant land and move along the mountains towards dwarves. Dwarves not so bad.
I thought the guards said that they were making peace with the dwarves.
Havik's just not having a good time. he wishes he could go back and not understand the conversation.
Maybe they're moving against the dwarves without the dwarves' knowledge.
I believe it.
I
Like
know
a
not
surprise
of
attack.
tactics of Hobgoblin Man.
What is your name, Rock Man?
Stone.
It's a lovely name.
Keep in mind, there's like 400 stone giant words for stone.
Oh, okay.
So they're all named stone,
So it's
but
a
it's different
unique
kinds of
stone?
stone.
Could it be like quartz?
Stone. Pewter. Rock. And Ed.
I like it.
Wouldn't it be Peter? Because Peter means stone. Sorry.
Do not correct him.
It's a
on
sugar.
Sorry,
It's the sugar.
It's the sugar, yeah. Trigonometry.
Would you
Many
care-
stone giants suffer, fall, crumble.
Would you like to come with us and fight for your freedom?
Or at the very least assist us in trying to get to the Iron Glacier.
We flee from Glacier.
Do you know the area at least?
I know the area. They can go on their way.
He points west. Follow mountain. No go up mountain.
Thank you.
This mountain in particular, or all of them?
This mountain.
Why?
Just beyond. Beast of Lake.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
the
we already
fucking
knew
the
that.
lindworm, yeah.
It's good to know, though, that it's still there. We can grind for XP there later.
Are lindworms intelligent? Would I know if lindworms are intelligent?
With knowledge nature?
Knowledge nature. 15 plus 5 is 20?
You know that they're not completely intelligent, but
Okay.
they are minor intelligent.
Okay.
So
not
we
good enough
probably
to-
not good enough to convince it to help.
What language would it speak?
Probably draconic.
I know Draconic.
Or maybe some sort of elemental.
I know Infernal. Is there ice language?
What?
I don't know, maybe Alquin, which is water and ice.
I think it would be
Awkward.
awkward. You'll know when you see smoke. Much smoke fills valley.
From the lindworm? The glacier.
The glacier.
I know what the glacier looks like.
We appreciate your assistance, Stone. And we hope that you have good fortune on your hunt and your survival. Adieu.
Goodbye, traveler.
Oh ho ho.
And the stone giants step over the party and continue on their way.
Well, that was nice. They seem like nice people.
They seem like nice rocks.
Seem like nice people.
Look, man.
Hobgoblin. Catch.
Do I get a reflex save, or is this just armor class?
A great big boulder lands near you. Good rock. Good protect. Goodbye, traveler.
Alright, I will take a look at this rock. Is it just a rock?
It's not just a rock.
It's not just a rock.
Gold,
Just
isn't
a
it?
rock.
Is it gold?
I think Joe might be returning stuff that we might have lost inside of the cabin.
What?
Possible stuff we could have got from inside the cabin.
What's
that
this
someone
rock
burned.
look like then?
What's it filled with?
Probably knowledge nature we gotta do.
This rock is carved.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
And it is carved kind of like a face.
Whose face?
This is probably a ward.
They broke the ward.
They can lift a ward.
Do we get anything?
Do I recognize the face? Is it on my armor?
So this isn't a complete face, but it does look a lot like the carving that you're used to seeing. And it's definitely a broken up rock.
Is there anything inside of those usually?
Stuff on the bottom. investigate this, what kind of roll would you like?
A strength roll.
Strength roll.
I just did.
Just pure strength, or should I pump this up a bit? Because I can get a +8 on this if I rage.
You might as well +8.
I got 26 for strength.
Do you get exhausted when you do this?
Just for 1 minute per round.
No,
Volley moves the rock.
he didn't rage yet. He was more like a
I was working my way up.
I was like,
And you can see that like the stone totems are sort of like slotted together in a way. Some of them are carved entirely out of one piece of stone, but some of them are brought over in pieces and assembled. And this one you can see that had a rod spit through the center, but it's hollow.
I'm going to shrink this down. Shrink out.
Wait, I'm going to look down the hole.
Okay.
And
It's a gun.
I'm going to put my eye to it because I have dark vision. 18. Nope, 19.
You get a 19 when you roll a 3?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's kind of his deal.
I'm still not as good as sleight of hand.
What's your armor class?
Oh god. 28.
Okay. A lemming with fangs screeching out of this hole hits the sunlight and bursts into flames.
Wait, shouldn't have it died because of the thrall thing?
No, it's now its own creature. It's now free.
Yeah.
Well, it's now dead.
Now it's
And
now
it's
dead.
dead.
Alright, is there anything else about this?
No.
I'm going to shrink item and keep that for later in my pocket.
Okay. Well, good thing I checked, because otherwise I don't know if you'd been able
It's
to
pretty
shrink
big,
it.
right?
What, the lemming?
No, the
stone? Yeah, the stone is pretty big. It probably weighed about 400 pounds.
So I could shrink that down.
Yeah.
You throw it at somebody?
Put it in my pocket for later.
Throw it at someone.
That would be really, if you had a sling.
Yeah, like a sling.
Give it to Morgan.
I know, I would have to give it to Morgan and then get it just as it's about to hit.
Alright, well I guess we continue on.
Okay.
Right down the road.
The storms are getting heavier and heavier as the winter
I'm storm giant.
progresses.
Do you have stone shape?
I have stone shape.
Are there any large rocks that we notice as
I will make...
Yes. It's a mountain.
Stone everywhere.
Okay, so
Some good, some bad.
you could shape one of those rocks into something. Yeah. Make a bridge.
Why?
Because we're walking in mountainous areas, and we may need to cross over large gaps.
You do know I need to make the bridge during that time, not ahead of time.
Couldn't you stone shape the shape of a bridge and then shrink it?
I
Yeah,
have a pre-made bridge.
that sounds right.
Pre-made bridge.
That'd probably come in handy.
Yeah, but at the time we don't know how long it would need to be and how thin it would need to be. So if I make one,
So then you
ahead
can
of
stone
time,
shape
Make
it
one
later.
That's really long.
that's a lot of spells to use.
Just
I'm gonna
stone
take
shape
a-
now.
We're near a mountain. I can stone shape when we get to where we need to be. We're not getting away from rocks right now.
Havoc ones.
I'm going to take a look at this weather and see if we need to dig in for an extended period of time until it passes.
Grabs the water.
Because at some point, well, that's only a 12, but at some point, winter in full will hit us and we aren't going anywhere.
So you would say winter is...
Here.
Almost like it's coming.
You know that the storm's not bad enough that you're going to have to hole up for the winter, but you know that if you're not quick, you're going to get stuck out here. And you can also tell that a more nasty storm front is moving in.
Even with the protection of this mountain.
Even with the protection of the mountain, but you do know that if you weren't up against the mountain, you would already be
In the storm.
pretty much dead.
Are there caves which run all the way along the chain? If things get too...
There's a mess of tunnels, but they aren't...
Do we have an idea of how long the storm is going to last? Is it like a whole winter storm kind of thing, or is it like a...
It can range from passing in the night to we'll be here when the sun comes back.
For years.
So what's the next move?
We teleport? We don't teleport?
Into the storm?
Past the storm?
Does anybody have control weather?
No.
That seems a little out of my reach.
Yeah, that's a powerful spell.
I have endure elements.
Yeah, endure elements.
Me too, oddly enough.
Wait, how many cast events do you have? What?
Sorry, what?
How many casts of that do you have?
Endure elements?
Yeah.
As many as I want.
But can
I
you
just have to
cast
spell
on-
my
cast
points.
on other people.
Yeah,
And your elements can be cast on other people, I think.
Could you cast it on me?
maybe.
Atlas has been casting that spell,
Oh,
but it's
Self.
still cold. No, on everyone.
Oh,
Because he can't cast very high level spells. So
okay.
he's just
So
sort of been doling
we
out.
won't die. We're just freezing.
You're just freezing.
Right.
That's fine.
All right. So do we want to dig in, or do we want to figure something out?
You know that for now, you can still make it. You can still,
let's
you can
keep
still
going
travel.
until
All right,
we
let's
find,
travel and keep an eye out for good places to stop and stay.
Okay.
if we find a large.
Probably
cave.
at the inn. That's almost
The inn? What inn?
the inn. The inn that will magically appear that we can just stay in.
You mean the one that's on fire?
Yeah, that one too. That wasn't an inn. That was a dude's house you burned down.
Anyway.
No, we're looking more for caves and caverns or
Yeah.
isolated hollows, preferably someplace with food.
So I guess we continue west down this.
Yep.
Right
Bush
down
trail?
The road.
Right down the road.
Right down the road.
Right.
Okay.
And I will. How many survival checks per day do you want me to make to search for suitable locations?
One.
All right. So for today,
Yep.
25.
You find a suitable thing. You recognize this as a tunnel that was dug during the Dwarven siege, and you know that it'll actually get you part way westward.
The tunnel will?
This might be a good idea.
Might be a trap.
So one thing else you know is during that siege there was counter tunneling on your behalf, and that stopped a lot of the tunnels from progressing all the way to the city. But most of the dwarven tunnels couldn't have been counter tunneled all the way, and a lot of them are still intact and run down.
We may also find ancient weapons from the war.
I doubt it. A hobgoblin?
Ancient 5-year-old weapons.
I don't know. There could be something nice.
Maybe.
We'll just have to be careful with denizens. I'm good at dungeoneering. Once you get me inside of a place.
All right. You first.
Okay.
Pat him on the back, push him in.
I prepare an action.
To vanish?
You guys begin traveling along this cave system, and while the cave is still quite cold,
I'm going to do a perception check. 31.
Okay.
Do I notice anything about this cave? Is it like covered in slime? Has there been scratches on the wall? Like there's been a large tube worm?
no slime,
Okay.
lots of scratches,
Uh-oh.
but the scratches look like they're mining implements.
Yeah.
And this tunnel is reinforced by these rather rigid looking structures.
How,
Ha! Shoddy dwarven work. It's a play off of, like, good dwarven work. Okay, yeah.
Sugar.
how wide is it and tall?
It's big.
Like 2 per column, or?
No, you reckon that you could probably march a platoon
Pretty big.
down this
How
tunnel.
tall?
Pretty short.
It's not. It's tall, but it's
Short for dwarves.
it's tall, but it's not. It's because they would have needed to move equipment through, so it's pretty tall too. Probably about 15 feet tall.
Alright.
You reckon that this would have been one hell of a thing to build, but dwarves like digging.
So I guess let's light some torches.
Or
I
just
was going to
open
say,
our
we have
windows.
our lanterns.
Light.
Shoddy work these
Actually, I can make a light. So is there just one path?
Yeah.
Basically.
Do we hear anything?
I'm the Witelgi.
No. And you guys travel down this path for several hours before getting tired, and sort of your biological clock says it's nighttime.
Is the horse still with us?
Yeah, this horse is still with you.
On the horse.
It's big enough so the horse feels comfortable enough to follow us.
Yeah, it's not too cramped for the horse.
I don't like tunnels.
I can build us a little cabin in here.
So are we going to rope trip?
That, or I can carve us out a little area in the wall here.
Why wouldn't we just rope trip?
We could.
Set up an alarm in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Is Alice going to set the alarm, or do I need to set the alarm?
Alice can set an alarm. And then you guys rope trick for the night.
Yeah, we'll rope trick for the night.
Tie the horse around the rope.
Like pull him up.
Yeah, after the 3 hours of what I need to do to sleep, I'll probably exit out of the rope trick and sit in the tunnel.
Okay.
I'll have my lantern.
Make a perception check.
Oh, and that one.
Yeah, I'll probably be out.
You hear something.
It's like 13, yeah.
You hear it.
Yeah, what do I hear? Nothing really.
Drums in the deep.
No, you can hear...
Fool of a took.
I remember this way.
Fly, you fool.
Shadow and
Can
flame.
you-
Okay, we've made enough references.
I already sent
What
him.
does he hear?
I already sent him a gift.
And they call it a mine.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
Can you like hang out on the edge of the rope trick?
No.
It's either you're in.
There's
or
like a
you're
little portal that you can have open or closed. If the rope is down.
Is the rope down?
Because he went down, yes.
Yeah, so I could be like
He wants to know if he can have his legs sticking out.
hanging
Just
out
be-
at the portal.
Yeah.
I guess maybe just like in the rope trick, but just next to the portal. So I'm awake. But, you know.
So what exactly do I hear?
You hear what sounds like wind down the tunnel.
The way we want to go.
Yes.
Okay.
Squish on. I wouldn't notice because I'm sleeping.
I mean, wind wouldn't really freak me out, to be
Is it-
honest.
It might.
It's the one.
But to be truthful, it's
So
just,
wind from the depths, not from the direction we came from.
Yeah,
Because you don't know what's
that
in
is
front of us.
weird.
It's like this whole tube is breathing.
It's rope trick, temperature controlled.
Yeah, it's another dimension.
There's also light jazz.
Well, not in
Not in
Not in
bars,
volleys.
yeah.
Rope trick.
Wally says bossa nova.
Yeah, I don't have.
Do you dance the flamenco?
Boy.
You gonna do anything?
I'm looking right now. Give me a second.
Do I hear it too?
Do you make a perception check?
He rolled.
It makes me feel better.
That's not great roll.
Oh, thanks, bud.
0.
No.
That's the problem with being in and out of a portal.
Wisdom, right?
I'm gonna tell Griff. Hey, Griff, I hear wind coming from deeper in the tunnel.
Alright, I'll drop down. Do I hear it now?
Yeah.
How close is the sun? Can I feel wind?
You can feel cold.
I got an idea. It's either I put up a wall here, or we gotta wake everybody up.
You don't have anything that will, like, send your unseen servant?
If you hide inside
I
of the
could
rope
send
trick
him.
and pull up the rope, it's not there anymore for
Did you
anybody
make
to
a
fuck with.
roll for today for your spells?
No, I didn't. Thank you for that, actually. Do I need to make a roll now that we're in a cave?
Yep.
Okay, that's on you.
Still be rewarded. Jesus. Need a reroll?
What is it attached to? My will?
The will.
That's super weird.
It's a will save.
I could only do. Yeah, I'm gonna need a reroll. I can't do anything else. Okay, I can do first level spells. Oh boy. That's very bad. Very, very bad. Yeah, I think we need to get back in the tube and go up the rope.
Come on, we find out what's making the noise.
I mean, I can send an...
Yes. Continue.
Okay, yeah, I'll send the unseen servant, and it's a first level spell.
How far can the first on the unseen servant get? How far can it go?
I don't know.
You can't go that far.
You can go far. You basically can go, but I won't know until he comes back, basically. 30 times...
What if I pick up a rock? And
It
put
can go a few hundred feet.
light on it, and like
Whip it.
telekinesis whip it. How
Why
far
not?
can telekinesis whip shit? Farther than you can throw it, probably, right?
A lot farther than you can throw it. Yeah, so you just sort of send this rock humming down, and then an unseen servant goes chasing after it.
Barking.
This is a new game.
Fresh boy!
And you don't see anything.
Do we see the tunnel curve or anything, or does it just look like a straight line?
It's still a straight line.
How far does it go before we hit it? Here it hits. Well, we can see it probably then.
You can see the light out in the distance. Yeah. And you can't quite tell how far it went.
How far did the rock go?
You can't quite tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my unseen servant can go a few hundred.
Yeah.
So it goes path.
He says he doesn't see anything. Or you
Can you see the
Empath.
Oh, okay.
Did I get picked up? I'm sorry. I'll just take my coat off
No,
real
it's
quick.
okay.
It's over now. You already fucked it up.
Can I do anything else?
I can't do anything else. I need to go back and...
can investigate.
I'm sleeping.
With my level 1 spells? Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Right.
Let's
We
go
can
do
always
it.
teleport
Let's go
away.
do it. Let's go. You and me. Is your sword out?
Is my sword out?
The overpowered weapon, is that out?
No.
We're not in any danger.
Alright, we're good.
We're not in any danger. The sword appears in his hand.
Yeah, we'll go investigate. We're going to walk right down the path.
Okay.
Which means my unseen servant will stay 210 feet down the path.
Right down the path.
What?
So what's
I have no idea. Ask Joe.
log me in so I can use my shit.
I'd like to prepare if anything jumps out at us or whatever to throw my hood on and go invisible.
That's a lot, man.
You can teleport.
No, I can't.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
That was picked up.
Oh, it wasn't.
It probably was.
It'll be picked up in your nose in a minute. Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
We're in a closed room.
We only have so much oxygen.
After what feels like about an hour of walking,
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, we should turn around.
you come into a hollowed out area.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean hauled out? This is all hauled out. Like in a dead end?
No, it's like a big domish,
Oh, okay.
like crater of an area.
Bulb.
Yep.
My unseen servant's in the middle of it. What's going on?
Did we
Actually, no, he would have been gone. It's been an
did
hour.
we stumble
I
into
lied.
Blackreach?
No.
Okay, what's in here?
What's in the box?
Is it lit up or is it dark? Like,
It's dark.
so
No,
we
I have
ca-
had my lantern the whole time.
No,
so
No,
unless
the
you
room
guys-
is dark.
The room is dark.
Well, I have
You
low
walk
light
into-
vision, is what I mean. I could probably
That's
see.
not what he's. No. Even with low light vision, you can't see in
Okay.
dark. There are no lights on
Yes,
in
so
the room.
when we come in, it gets lit up by us.
Yes.
Yes.
Um,
Can we see the roof with our light?
yeah,
Okay. So it's 15 feet or still?
it's higher. It's bigger. A lot bigger.
30?
Like probably somewhere around 60.
But we can see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's more, there's a great big pile of gold in this room.
That's a trap.
Let's go get the gold.
A huge pile of gold.
That's a trap.
It's
I can't shrink items, so it's no point for me to try to grab it.
Let's think this through. Anything else? Any other tunnels? Exiting?
Yep.
Entering?
the same tunnel that goes straight forward.
That's it.
And that's all you can see. Yeah.
Is this making the wind?
Once you've gotten here, the wind has stopped.
How much gold, by the way?
It's a gold monster.
Appraisal,
Don't
so
touch
it's
it.
like 15.
It's a gold monster.
How much
Don't
would I
touch it.
think?
You reckon that this is probably somewhere in the order of 500,000 pieces of
Yeah,
gold.
that's too much gold to trap.
Oh shit.
That's level appropriate for level 11.
Yeah.
Look at that! Look at that shit-eating grin.
You don't know what's inside the pile of gold. Could be a holy avenger.
I mean, you could. Do you have what was that thing that Atlas used to suffocate those sleeping orcs?
It was just stone shape.
Can you stone shape the
No,
gold?
it's a level 4 spell, and I can only do level 1s right now.
Oh, how's that for you?
I know. No magic here, that means for us.
I mean, I can use telekinesis on it.
On a sleep.
Yep. Should we go back?
You guys
to the
are
others?
you guys are coming towards the end of your rest. You probably got about an hour left of rest.
Alright.
How do you want to handle this?
So this is actually because I just start straight up sleeping. I'm awake.
What?
What?
Oh, I get it. Because he uses his hour to just sleep.
So I'm up and like
I usually use my
taking
hour at the
notes,
beginning
writing
to
a
just
letter.
cook. Like make food and then eat and then sleep.
Dear Taza,
He's
Today-
praying to his gods.
today I walked.
He didn't do much
I
today.
didn't do anything. We just walked.
Do you have any way to Victus is now next to me.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, Victus.
Was Victus inside of the extra dimensional space?
Yes.
Oh,
doesn't
work.
He doesn't go.
Also,
Don't touch me.
Instead, you just like cup check.
Ooh.
Well,
Make a perception check.
end your road trip.
That one.
6.
Oh
5.
man, that's gonna be a 13.
End your rope trick.
A piece of gold comes ding, 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 down the pile towards you.
He's gone.
My hood's on.
I cast Vanish.
Okay.
Hey, vanish.
Yeah, that's a low tier spell, motherfucker.
Whoa.
The gold coin sort of like settles into the middle of the room, rolls out, does like a little circle, and then
I'm a low tier god. Go ahead.
I start walking, like, backstepping slowly.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm doing the same thing. I just can't see.
as you slowly backstep, a frost begins to emanate from the pile of gold, and it slowly starts creeping around the room and lining the whole ceiling and floor and walls. And you can hear sort of the crackling of air as it begins to freeze the moisture in the cave.
I can't see you, so I can't message you.
Yeah, I
I'm just
turn
gonna
and
keep.
start
Yeah, I'm
walking
gonna start
faster.
going back as well.
pick up the pace a little bit, like, ooh.
Time to go.
You can hear a... And then as you sort of make your way down the tunnel, you can hear the rest of the gold coins get pushed out of the way. And you guys run back to... After about 30 seconds, you back into existence.
It's one round per 2 caster levels, right?
For what?
But it's maximum of 5. So
Yeah, so it's only 5 rounds.
But I'm just invisible.
you're just invisible.
I don't care. I can cast it a shitload of times, but we're out of that thing. I'm fine.
Kind of. It's a dragon.
Whatever. We gotta go. We gotta go. Dragon Horde. Let's go. We gotta go get the others.
And you guys make it back after about a double time of running back.
So half for 30 minutes, right? Yeah. So we get back, like, are they about to wake up-ish?
Yeah, they're sort of completing their morning routine.
So
Dragon.
Dragon.
I'm sorry.
Ooh?
Take off my spell. Can I help you?
Dragon.
Dragon.
Oh, alright. Well, in 30 minutes, let's go fuck him up.
30 minutes.
Yeah. I'm not done.
Done with what?
He's like writing his letters still.
You guys got here in like 30 minutes. I got 30 minutes left of my 8-hour rest.
Yeah, that's true.
This is a union job.
So, question: at the end of his 30-minute rest, is it now a new day for me to roll?
Yeah.
No, because you were...
No,
started
you completed your rest kind of earlier.
Yeah. So you are at first level spells all day today.
I thought the last one is you could leave and exit and keep doing.
How about you?
Well, me?
Can you find a way to exit?
Yeah.
I'm good.
No, I can't teleport.
Wait, does he technically exit when he enters the rope trick?
No.
It's another dimensional space, though.
Yeah, it is, but
It's inside of the... It's an
It's
extra
also a
dimensional
fake
bubble.
rule that we're using, so...
You could say it's an extra dimensional bubble. Because maybe the rope trick space is like
yeah,
in the same general...
how much are they going to abuse that?
You go inside the rope. The rope stays in this world.
I can pull the rope up.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's like an Ouroboros.
Yeah.
there's like
The
a
snake eats itself.
monster thing that lives in gold and is cold down.
It's a dragon.
Probably a dragon.
It's probably a dragon.
Or Lindworm.
Okay.
It's a
Well,
dragon.
how good... what do we know about dragons?
They like gold.
I like gold.
Because I've heard there are levels of dragon, specifically about how low level a green dragon would be.
It's not green.
It's not green. It
Only
controls...
Probably.
Oh, and I
Is there a
actually,
white
is
dragon?
Alice right there?
Atlas is here.
Alice. What type of dragon is
Alice is
that
just
you're
there.
familiar?
Hero chicks or whatever?
Silver.
Silver dragon. Yeah. It's probably one of those.
Probably
Oh.
one of those, just a little bit bigger than what your little buddy is.
How tough are these types of dragon?
Can you bring
I have
your
no idea.
dragon into this world? We can ask him what we're expecting here. Get some dragon input from the dragon.
I think the main point is we have to get around it somehow because the tunnel goes past it. There's no other route.
So we either kill it or we
Sneak around it.
around it.
Tomorrow night.
I could do that.
Is it still following you?
I don't know.
Is it still following us?
Uh,
Send a
I think
beam
we would-
of light from
I was
my
going to say, do we feel the cold right now still in the
bullseye
wind?
lantern.
Yes.
Oh, you feel that? That's the dragon.
We're still in this
Can you call your dragon out, Atlas?
Okay.
We talked to him.
All right, I will finish buckling on my armor because I think I'm
Paratrix?
going to need it.
Heratrix appears into
Who can speak
this place.
Okay. Heratrix, got a question for you.
Yes, she says.
Dick.
Yes.
Heratrix, what do you know of silver dragons?
Silver dragons are good.
Oh. What about a dragon that is hiding in the cold, that makes a lot of cold, and likes cold a lot?
Can
What
you
kind
feel
of
that
dragon would
breeze
be?
coming? That's a dragon up ahead, is it not?
It sounds like you're describing a white dragon.
Are they good?
And what
I
about
can't
that?
speak. I can't speak.
How much is their white power?
Shut up. Their power is great.
On a
Not as
scale
great
of,
as a silver dragon.
on a scale of 1 to 20.
Ask him if it's good.
How
or bad.
old is the dragon in question?
We don't know.
It was able to... How big was the gold?
500,000 gold pieces of size.
I'm going to start thinking about what I know about the
said-
lindworm of the lake.
You said it was
Because this is
hiding.
close enough, and I have some
yeah.
context clues, because pretty sure normal dragons haven't been seen in the north in quite some time, so I'm going to be thinking about lindworms here and racking my brain.
It was hiding in 500,000
15 for nature.
About how much space is 500,000?
gold pieces.
Gold
Oh.
pieces. So that would probably be huge.
What'd you roll?
15 for nature. Thinking about lindworms.
You know that a lindworm could do this, but one thing you also know about lindworms is they're not covetous animals.
Could it be setting a trap?
A lindworm could set a trap.
But would it make ice go out like that?
Yes, if it was an ice,
Absolutely.
if it was an ice lindworm.
There's a bunch of different types of
Do
lindworms.
lindworms violently explode into an icy bomb when they die?
Some of them do.
But they do curse.
Oh.
Would I know that they curse? I'd know that they curse. That's
Yeah,
like
you
their
know.
defining thing.
Yeah.
Do they like breathe ice and then curse people with that ice?
No, they more like just curse you to die if you kill them.
Huh. Could that be like Greater Restoration would fix that?
Maybe?
None of us have that.
Or maybe a wish, Alice says.
Yeah,
Do you have
but
wish?
like, if we had a wish, we would have fixed a lot
Wouldn't
of
the more effective wish be for the lindworm to disappear?
Wouldn't it just be for all of our hopes and dreams to come true?
Okay, well, if you think it's escaped,
It hasn't escaped. Wait. It's still down there.
well, you said it was causing some commotion when you were.
Is it getting colder as we deliberate?
It is cold.
It is cold.
But it's not getting colder.
Heratrix, do you believe this to be a white dragon that you're feeling right now in the air?
What do your dragon eyes see?
Griff, I wouldn't normally ask you this, though I probably should.
Is the sword in his hand?
It was, but it still is because you didn't put it away.
I cheat it. Does it pop back?
He just continually sheathes it until it's gone.
I imagine I sheathed it where I was trying to run, like as I scooted away.
You can like put it into your sheath and run like that.
Yeah, sure.
Can I borrow your hood? Just for like
No.
just for like 5 minutes.
You have advantage.
For 5, it's 30 seconds.
Okay.
I want to
I
sneak
don't
in
have
there,
any invisibility.
find it.
It can see you.
I've read
Can
Beowulf.
it see invisibility?
Dragons have keen senses.
I don't know about lindworms, though.
All right. Are white dragons evil?
White dragons are often persuaded by their own corruption.
So they're chaotic.
Neutral.
Neutral.
Probably. Either way, we gotta get past it.
Yeah, either way, we gotta get past it.
All right. We either go around it,
We give it the horse as a sacrifice.
No.
or we go above it.
What?
Probably gonna have to go through it.
Or you can go around
Does
it.
anybody have stone shape today?
This is a little awkward, but I can't seem to get it up today.
Sorry.
What spells do you cast? Or do you cast? What spells are you able to cast? All of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only got, let's see. There's only one thing I got left in the amulet, and that's the fireball again. So I got one fireball power.
That would be good against the thing. We probably just don't want to have
Probably doesn't like heat.
Probably not, but I only got one shot with it, so it's not something we really just want to throw a grenade into at the moment.
All right. Well,
You didn't charge the amulet again.
Yeah, I do. I do it every time. Every time.
Okay.
It's just the thing I do in my morning routines.
then
We can move. We can go down there and see what's
Yeah,
what, and
let's
then,
go
or
down
do you want to
there.
go down there at night? Because it was sleeping. It's probably awake.
Yeah, if we wait another day, might not be a bad idea.
He can get his magic boner going.
I mean, I could fight it with the sword, but I don't know if it's recommended.
do we want to wait another day?
I don't know.
Actually, we wouldn't be waiting another day technically because we'd be going at night, so he would still only have level 1 juice.
That's not true. If we did another rest.
No, we're not going to do another rest. We need to go right as the rest starts because when we went, it was at the end of the rest and it woke up.
So what if we take another rest right now?
No, we just go at night.
All right.
Unless you guys want to go now.
Aren't dragons famously lazy like cats?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Paratrix. How many? How many?
Wait, can you speak Draconic?
No, I'm just gonna say this
you're
in
just gonna
common.
say.
Like Paratrix. How many hours a day does a dragon spend sleeping?
Well, white dragons, at the turn of winter, will come out of their hibernation.
Fuck.
And I suppose a white dragon might be hungry after hibernation.
Oh, so I guess it's not.
I told you the horse!
It's not going to sleep, so we might as well just go.
You might as well just give him the horse. I'm telling you, it's the
All right.
best
Let's
sack.
start making our way in, and we'll see what happens.
Carefully.
Careful.
Now we're on the shorter end of the tunnel,
I'll lead the
presumably, from the exit. So it's probably going to come towards us if it's going to leave today.
I'm gonna tell you right now, our best shot to get around it is where it is currently.
I'm going to.
Yeah, that's a big
This is not.
room.
It's a bigger room than what we are currently.
So
in.
we should make our way to it. I'm going to lead the pack as a scouting. I'm going to move stealthily the entire time because I can move speedy, stealthy.
He's crawling, in other words,
Well, I'm moving at full speed.
while crawling.
While stealthing.
All stealthy.
All three.
All three at the same time,
Yeah. All right.
edging real hard on the ground.
Shall we do this? And I prepare an action finish.
Okay. So you can make that check if you want.
Do I take a penalty for full speed movement?
No, unless you have if you have that rogue talent, you don't.
I do. Okay. I am that kind of rogue. Right. That is a... Christ. 40.
Okay.
Jeez,
40's pretty good stealth.
who knew you could crawl so well?
You start moving up along with your markedly less stealthy comrades behind you,
Yeah.
and
Significantly behind him.
I put the hood on.
This is all
That's
going
him.
so
Pretty sure
well.
he's the only one with armor.
Well, he's... Do you have armor?
I have armor on, but it's...
Not clang armor.
No, it's leather.
medium on.
No, it's a mithril chain shirt.
It's kind of
I have.
It's more of a tinkle than a...
Yeah, and I guess
I
because
have
it's covered
breastplate.
up.
I have breastplate right now.
Because it's a mithril chain shirt.
Level 13.
I have standard leather.
get the
We gotta
good
find.
stuff.
We gotta find me some better shit. Maybe that's why
You
my
got that ring
AC.
of protection.
Yeah, I'm saying maybe that's why my AC is so low. I have a light shield and leather armor, standard leather.
Yeah, you should have been making something at that point.
I don't know. I have to look.
Can you wear medium armor?
Isn't light leather medium?
Yeah,
Standard leather isn't that medium?
I thought that was light.
that might be light.
It might be. I might not be able to wear medium.
It's possible.
All right, we're perceptioning into the dark.
Oh yeah, that's a perception.
Molded.
I'm not carrying any light sources while I'm up ahead, and I'm assuming I'm a good 100 feet ahead of you guys.
Well, that's not bad. That's a 30 perception.
Oracles are proficient with all simple weapons, light armor, medium armor, and shields.
There you go.
So I can wear medium.
Cool. I've got a 30 on my perception, and I've also got dark vision when in the dark. I'm one with the dark.
On the plus side, if we kill this dragon, not only will we have dragon hide, we'll have a ton of money with which to enchant stuff.
You can call me Riddick.
We know. We do.
I'm one with the dark.
Okay. 29 perception.
okay,
30.
okay,
13.
okay,
30.
okay. you guys begin moving up, you can hear this wind noise once again, and you can feel the cold, and you can see the ice emanating down the edges of the cave.
I will draw my falchion.
Is my sword in my hand?
Yes.
I decidedly do not draw.
I just
got
got
whip
out.
I'm gonna take out my new sword.
Does my sword give off light?
No. Before too long, you guys are getting real close to the area where the cave opens up into its dome-like shape. And
What do we see?
your light is sort of just glancing at the edges of that dome.
Oh, I don't have light.
I do.
And I'm well ahead.
You're well ahead.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
very well.
So I'm like a good 100 feet, maybe. That's what I said.
Well.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
What was it that my sword got? Something anchoring?
Oh, yeah, it's dimensional anchor.
It basically
yeah.
prevents them
From teleporting or plane shifting.
If you hit them, yeah.
Okay.
That sword is OP.
No, it's
Do you step into the...
I sort of stand at the edge, poking my head in to see what's inside.
All right.
What do I see with my elf eyes?
None of you guys can see Victus because he's too stealthy. And you all rolled below 40. But one thing that you all can see is just as your lights sort of start getting close to this dome area, this sharp sheet of ice comes and shuts off the cave that you're in.
And
You're
Behind us or behind?
in front of you guys, but behind Victus.
All right.
Yes.
Don't you fucking touch that belt. You fucking touch that belt.
Blood of the king, they say.
Elven thief.
Oh, thank God.
You have good plans for a thief and a liar.
Have you come on behalf of Judar?
I cast Ghost Sound.
Okay.
I don't know.
So that way my voice isn't coming directly from me.
Okay.
And so using Ghost Sound, I say, "Good afternoon."
No use hiding. I can see you.
Can you?
Yes, I can.
How many fingers am I holding up? I hold up 4 fingers. 4. Okay.
Its breath is really cold, and you can't see the dragon. Filling this room now is this blizzard of ice, sleet, hail, snow.
So it has blind sense.
Kind of.
Okay.
I would like to try and sunder this wall of ice.
So you run up to this wall and just give it a wail.
Now I have a common crystalline, because true crystalline is not level appropriate. I found that out. I have a common crystalline weapon, which gives me plus 1d6 damage to sundering, and ignores half of the hardness of an object.
Okay.
And then I will rage to get a little extra damage and my thing to sundering. So here goes me sundering.
Okay.
A 33 to hit, which I assume I do. And then
Yes.
these. And then that.
Hand me that book.
That was really good. That's 10. That's 11. Could you not?
I'm doing that so that way
20.
Joe knows what's getting covered up.
20 damage.
Okay.
Half hardness of ice. Whatever ice is.
Yeah.
However thick the ice is.
Ice probably has some resistance, I bet.
You run up and you sort of blow a chunk off of this ice, and you can tell that this is a thick-ass ice wall.
Okay, so I continue talking with whatever the dragon is, and I say, we mean you no harm. We simply want to pass through so we can get to the other side. The cold winds of the storm penned us inside of this cave. If you let us on our way, we would greatly appreciate it. And also, I do not know who Judar is. Oh, wait, Judar's the bad priest guy who who's with the tyrant.
Do we know that?
Yeah, we do. I was told
From
that.
Havoc's memories? Mm-hmm. I wasn't there.
So I say, I don't say, oh yeah, Judar.
Isn't that fucking guy, Judar?
I say,
Judar!
in fact, we oppose Judar. We are working with the brother who is attempting to usurp the throne.
Just throwing it out.
Just throwing things out. Just
Great.
Hail Mary.
Viva la revolution!
You are tricky, wizard.
I'm not a wizard.
Lies and deceit.
I'm not lying. I'm
Do a backflip.
some diplomacy.
Wizards can't backflip.
I step out and like make it really obvious where I am, and I'm going to use diplomacy to communicate. Am I within 30 feet of you?
I don't know. Is he within 30 feet of me?
Do you have line of sight to him?
No. Can I see
Wait,
through the
there's
ice?
a little hole. It's a little hole.
I did knock a little hole in the ice.
Not a hole. You knocked a chunk out of the ice.
Okay.
And this is a thick-ass wall. That's what I
A
said.
thick ass wall.
Yeah, I can't. Ass wall. It's just a giant butt.
Alright, I got next cleave goes right between the cheeks.
The dragon emerges from this blizzard, and it's not nearly as large as you were expecting it to be.
Oh.
But it is still a big dragon.
Yep, and I'm one dude.
Yep. And it comes through, its wingspans out really wide, and it sort of like buffets the blizzard around itself as it sort of brings its wings back in and it takes another step towards you. Its head lowers down real close, well within swallowing distance.
How big your teeth are.
The last wizard who came in here tried to corrupt my mind,
I can't cast spells.
convert me.
Jew.
To Rictus?
They want my treasure. You want my treasure.
I do not want your treasure. I have treasure of my own.
Your friends stand beyond this wall.
We merely
Can we
want
hear it? Can we hear it?
You can't hear it.
Can or can't?
Cannot.
Okay.
They merely want to save me and
You can
pass
hear a
through.
shitload of wind. Because they're in a blizzard. Yeah.
The only thing we want is to walk through. Diplomacy.
You can't just brush off your earlier diplomacy checks.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let that fly.
It would have been a 15. No, 20 actually, because I have a 15.
It's still
diplomacy.
BS.
I'm just gonna keep on sundering until I make any headway.
Okay.
Though, if you were willing to take this, that would have been a 39.
And your friends, they try to burst their way in here to take my treasure.
To save me,
Griff-
they know I'm here.
Griff will cast Sun Metal on his sword and start.
Did you roll for the day?
Yeah, I can cast everything.
Fuck you.
And start, with a flaming sword, chipping away at this shit.
You may not know this, but we had already entered this room and decided not to go inside because we worried that we would encroach on your territory.
I know well of your encroachment.
And we only seek to pass through.
Tink.
You guys are making headway into this ice, but you don't know just how thick this is.
How many rounds for my rage?
Volley, you gonna help? It's the only thing you can do today.
3.
Basically.
Maybe get old Black Sword on this.
Black Sword's not going to help with that.
Beat on it a little bit.
Here, I can prove to you. Any man who can cast spells has spent more time on spellcasting than anything too fancy.
Backflip.
Let me show you something.
Pulls the sword out of his ass.
I pull 2 knives out, balancing them on my fingers, and then do like a somersault, a forward somersault, and catch them again on my fingers. I'm gonna roll. I did pretty well on that.
This has a
37.
Hang on. This is harder because you're in slippery surface.
Yeah.
Okay.
But 37 is still good. So you don't slip on the ice, and you manage to make this acrobatic maneuver.
It's like he lands on one of them.
Well, one of them actually shapes to my will, so it's probably dull.
Oh.
It's probably like little hands hold. He's not actually really
It's got
good.
little feet.
It just like holds on to his finger.
Wizards are not athletic.
Atlas is just like, hey!
That's not too sure.
I spent my days trying to survive in the worst of locations. I have no love for powerful wizards.
With every one of your blows, you're not just chipping, you're taking hunks of ice. And so is your flaming sword. But again...
But we're digging 2 separate holes.
I think we'd be working
guys should
together.
alternate.
Yeah,
we're working together.
they're trying to make like a little sort of door shape. And
Yeah, they're only
going
on
up.
one cheek.
And the dragon takes a big smell of you. It says, I can smell magic inside of your vein.
I can only... Wait, what? Really?
Yes.
Because I know, like, really minor stuff. I can make ghost sound and I can vanish, and that's it.
Magic creatures are the tastiest creatures.
I prefer you didn't. You'd prefer
It licks its lips, and you can see these razor sharp teeth, each one the size of one of your knives, easily the size of one of your knives. And its mouth must be filled with the better part of 2,000 teeth.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
It's a lot of teeth.
it's sort of like rows, like shark rows,
Oh, okay.
and
No tongue, just all teeth.
Just all teeth.
Teeth all the way across.
Alright, I'm gonna try my backup plan.
They're like
Don't
baleen
you
teeth.
fucking do it.
Have you ever heard of a story? I'm gonna do an oratory performance.
This is the story how my life got turned upside down.
Have you ever heard of the story of the last time I engaged with another dragon?
I do not know you.
There is another dragon named Heratrix. Good friends.
Heratrix is an old name.
Yes. And we saved her in this mountain. I'm not sure if you've heard of it before. There's a large mountain outside of Porto Nova. I'm like, I should really
Just blathering.
Outside, there's this mountain. Highest than the highest peak. Longer than the longest river.
Long ocean, you stupid fuck.
It's a mountain. Pure ice. And in the center beats an icy heart that cools the mountain from the inside. You see fire itself would erupt from the ground and destroy everything around it if it were not for this heart. And so, one fateful day, a fiery eruption erupted from this fiery eruption. Blanketing the land in smoldering embers and crushing rocks.
The dragon roars, and like icicles begin to rain down from the cave that it's created. These icicles, and they're now spiking down. You can make a reflex save.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
I continue orating.
He's fine. He's got good reflexes.
22.
What the fuck's your reflex?
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
god!
crazy.
Oh my god!
He's fine. Don't worry about
Plus
him in
16 to
reflex.
my reflex.
He's fine.
Okay. You're able to dodge these icicles.
I have not finished, dragon.
Your geography is irritating.
Then I shall tell you what happened inside of that
Your
geography.
history is even more so irritating.
Don't look at me.
Alright, I'm going to try something.
History's fine.
You guys are now making even quicker headway through this ice as you sort of get through like half of it.
How many more rounds of rage have I used?
4.
Is it...
Jesus.
I'm going to prepare an action. And I'm going to palm one of my bottles of hallucinogenic drugs for when it opens its mouth near me.
The dragon speaks again.
Nothing like fighting a tripping dragon.
That's what you call wild magic.
Yeah.
The worm of the ice lake.
Is this ice magical?
No. Yes. No.
It was magically created, but I think it's normal ice.
Yeah.
Is this, from what I'm seeing, does this look like a dragon with like wings and stuff, or does it look like a worm?
It looks like a dragon.
Okay.
The worm of the ice lake.
Yes?
Griff is going to try Shatter on this ice.
Thank you. I was just about to show you that.
Yeah, that's-
I was literally just about to show you that.
That's like its shtick.
So we're like hitting it, and it seems thin enough now where Griff is just
God.
I think Shatter probably could have worked for the game.
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I don't know.
That's like
Maybe.
Shatter's shtick. Well,
Yeah.
Um,
He's like,
I was literally about to show you that.
oh, I could have done that.
oh, he's having his good time. I mean, he's getting some of his aggression out.
Yeah.
he's this large, hulking in a red animal, like covered in spikes. Yeah.
You're doing good, buddy.
You shatter the ice just to see Victus standing before a horrific white dragon.
Build it back up.
The blizzard floods into the tunnel that you guys are in, and the dragon roars and recoils. Okay,
It roars.
it roars. You can make an attack roll.
All right.
Why did you do that?
It said its mind got all fucked up by somebody,
Oh, okay. Kill
so
it.
it might have low will.
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm throwing a vial of hallucinogenic drugs into its mouth.
Sure.
That is a 27.
You miss.
Oh.
Would that be touch, though?
It would be touch.
Does Griff see that and assist with telekinesis?
I'm pretty sure we have to start rolling for initiative here.
But I think that 27 is unremarkable.
As it happens, and like Griff is just like,
Because one, he's got a target, and two, there's a blizzard.
True.
So he had penalties for that.
Well, I tried.
So your potion goes and like cracks off the side of its like scaly neck, dripping down to the floor. Attacking me,
I use my scarf.
what does that do?
you wizard! You! I knew up to your trickery. And the dragon breathes ice down the tunnel.
Alright.
You all make a reflex save.
Reflex save.
Wait, you're facing the side of the tunnel? Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah.
Also, there's a 1 in 3 chance that I'm not there.
This is an area attack.
Oh, okay. So
It doesn't work.
That's very good.
Okay. I think I succeeded.
Maybe.
I think I succeeded. Who knows?
think I can. I think I can.
His DC is fucking incredible.
22.
You fail.
Oh.
30.
You succeed.
15.
You fail.
26.
You fail.
What? Whoa. Maybe I didn't have that. I have a chance. Okay, so I take no damage.
I don't have enough D4s, so I need to use a calculator.
I have a bunch of D4s right
Here.
here.
There you go. How many?
Do you have 20?
This might kill
I
me.
do not have 20, but I do have
How many you got
6.
over there? I know he's got a bunch.
I'm using a dice roller.
4, 5.
They're all-
I have 6 as well, and Liam must have a bunch. Oh, 7. I got 7. He's got 6. Liam's got a few.
Yeah, but it's not 20.
Yeah, it is.
I have 4s.
You have 6, I have 7. That's 13. He's got to at least have 7 over there.
I have
Oh,
2.
well. Yeah, we have a bunch, man.
I did it.
Okay.
Holy balls, you guys got lucky.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these are ones.
That's wow.
That is uncanny. You've got evasion, so you take no damage. You all take 42 damage, and this is of course cold.
So I take 2 less. How much damage was it? 42?
42.
So just 40.
Wow.
That hurt. Quite a bit.
There goes all my temporary hit points.
And you can all make will saves.
Except me.
Nope, you can make them too.
Really?
Yep.
Even though I didn't get hit?
I'm rerolling
Yeah.
that. How much
Oh.
better?
Also, you take 2d6 cold damage
What?
because you're close to him.
Oh,
Just being
Got an
close.
Ura.
6 damage.
no, that's fine. For now.
Jesus.
Will saves. What'd you get, Sam?
My will save
Who?
is
Who'd you call him?
23 with
How
a
much
natural
damage
20.
was the D6s?
Do you succeed?
How much was the D6s?
6.
6. Okay.
My name's Havoc.
Douche. Not you.
Oh no, it is mean, yeah.
I got a 24.
You succeed.
17.
You fail.
27.
You succeed. You are afraid and run the other way.
Good enough for me.
I was gonna do that.
I mean,
anyway.
you did just say, "Oh shit, that was a lot of damage."
Like, how far do I run?
As far as you can.
Okay.
So double movement.
60 feet.
All right, you can roll initiatives.
Well, that's not fair.
I'm going to re-roll that
How?
because of Zach.
You've already used a
You
reroll.
already used your.
Oh, no,
reroll.
he didn't. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He's good.
Different day.
What did I use it on?
No, you're fine.
Right.
Okay. I can take a 17. I can't take a 9.
So I'm 60 feet away down the tunnel?
On your turn, you're
On your turn, you will be.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Which is
12.
Probably you going first.
Oh, wait, so am I starting my turn there, or is my whole turn running?
You're not. You haven't started moving yet.
Okay.
17.
20.
20.
He has a higher initiative than I do.
It's Dex.
Dex.
I have a +4.
Plus
You have
2.
a +4.
He's an attack character.
I have a lot of good new tools that have boosted my stats a bit.
I spent it all on a sword.
Question: I don't know if I spend money on a.
Oops.
That would be a 3, sir.
Okay.
All right, well, at least roll ahead of him.
I spend money on a weapon that I
Hopefully.
don't know if.
And that's probably his breath recharge.
I don't know if Silver could actually make. Now that I think about it, because I asked him if he could make it, and he said yes. But now that I think about it, I don't think he could.
Well,
Whatever.
oh well.
He got me. He built me a Vorpal sword. That seems too high out of his reach.
Well, you got a +1 Vorpal sword,
Yeah.
Yeah. 4
which
pulls
is
also
just a
not.
+6 sword, so you can do that, right?
I'd have to check their rolls.
Vorpal is also like only works on the 20.
I know.
Okay.
But it would be great if I could do that right now, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, it'd be great against most scenarios in which you're attacking things.
Well, I can't cast right now, can I?
It's up to you, man.
That's just like
That's just
your opinion.
maybe you just gotta feel like you gotta cast. It's all in your mind.
Okay.
Killing this false.
What's your armor class, Victus?
28.
He wrecks it.
It's his turn.
Yeah, he's probably got a
So it would
high-
seem.
Get ready to die, everybody. New characters coming in hot.
Yeah.
What? Jesus Christ.
All the attacks. He's got to have, like, at least 4 attacks with his arms. At least
That's a
one-
lot of. That was 6 rolls.
Yep. And one of them missed.
You're dead, man.
Alright. Well,
It was fun.
I do have, because those,
And our
weren't,
healer is running away.
those weren't AoE attacks.
I'm coming back. Don't worry.
So, because they weren't AoE attacks, they have a 30% chance of hitting me.
That's true.
Why is that?
He's got his scarf on. Yeah, mirror image.
Okay, then I'll go down and start the first one to see if this finds you or not.
60% chance to miss.
That misses.
Alright, so now 50% chance. Because one of them's gone.
Yeah.
That hits you,
Okay.
and
50% chance.
that one misses. So
Okay.
you get hit by 3 attacks.
Yeah.
So this one hits you, that one hits you,
These are only 2d6. That's not the worst.
this one missed, this one hit, that one missed, and then that one.
I'll survive this.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Cool.
Whatever his strength bonuses are.
You need a calculator to do Dungeons and Dragons math.
That's a bad sign.
It's a bad sign.
What?
It's mental math.
75.
Are you dead?
Mm-hmm.
Straight up dead?
Yes. All right.
Volley, do you have gold or diamonds?
There
have
might be a diamond in that hoard.
I can bring it back.
Wait, do
I have diamond dust. Does that help?
Yes.
Yes, actually, I think
I got 450 diamond dust.
Oh, no, I still got the... okay, so I'm almost dead because I have plus 10 temper HP. Whatever that rogue talent was called.
I'm sorry.
You already
70 damage.
used
70?
70.
Okay, that's still... Actually, no. So I'm at... What is... 8. So I'm at 8 health.
Positive or negative?
Positive.
So you're alive.
Because I got 10 temper HP after surviving. Here, let me check this thing. The description.
You should probably swap out
It's a rogue talent.
on your turn. Like,
Yeah, tap out.
I'm pretty sure I'm going
just
to
gonna
go
be down the
before
hallway.
him, so he's going to end up just swapping out with somebody who's already going in for an attack.
Volley.
why don't you just swap
It's my turn?
It's your turn.
swap out?
Yeah, good. All right, I'm going to swap out quickly.
It's your move action, yeah.
It's not a
swift
move,
action.
it's a
Swift action.
swift action. And I'm going to use my Vorpal Scimitar on him, which...
Can you dance it?
Actually, that's not a bad call. Yeah, as a swift action, I can cast Dance on it.
To make it fly? So
Yeah, so it can do its own attack, and then I'll attack it with just my...
Can you do 2 swift actions in a turn?
Can you degrade a movement action to a swift action? I know you can't in 4th edition, but this isn't 4th edition.
You can always make a swift action.
Yeah.
But he made a swift action, and then he wanted to use another swift action, and then his action. So
I'll allow it.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's going to
makes sense.
whatever.
Sure.
And then I'm going to use
Oh, I don't think the rules allow it.
Rave Enfeeblement on him while attacking him.
Make a spell penetration check.
Oh my god.
What
Fucking
is that?
dragons.
We're
What
at
am
this
I-
part of the game now.
Question though, what am I
Roll a
adding to it?
d20 and add your caster level, plus if you have the feat spell penetration.
You don't.
I don't. I know. I've never even heard of that, to be honest.
We've never made it past level 10 before.
15.
Okay, your ray deflects harmlessly off of the dragon.
Did you add your shit, or did you just roll a 15?
No, I added my shit. It's just a 15.
Okay.
Well, you've got a dancing
Well,
purple sword.
yeah, I know the sword's gonna go, but you do know that was a touch attack. Does 15 hit him?
The sword?
Yeah. Because it's all in one action. The sword's hitting him, and the spell hits him at the same time.
Why is the sword a touch attack?
Because it's a spell. It's spell strike, so it's a touch attack.
You're shooting the beam.
The magic goes with the sword, and one attack is a touch attack. That's how spell strike works. And if it hits, then that's a critical.
Then make me another spell caster penetration check.
For the sword?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because you're using spell magic to make it touch, rather than make it cut through his armor.
Oh, I don't know. 22?
No. Your sword bounces harmlessly off of the dragon.
Okay, well now I gotta make one attack for the...
But you did touch it.
Okay, now the Vorpal's got 2 attacks. Oh wait, am I supposed to be... I didn't add my base attack modifier to that, do I?
To what? The
To
spell
my attack.
The
Spell penetration? No.
spell penetration, no.
But it's just that's my attack action still.
Yeah, but you
Spell
still
strike, I get to add the base attack modifier
But-
for it.
He
So-
said it hit, but it didn't penetrate
okay.
the spell.
That's a night, whatever. So then now whatever this thing. Please be a nat 20. Oh my god, it was so close.
Does that provoke?
Okay, here we go. Once per day, a rogue
That-
with this ability...
That does threaten a
number
normal
of temporary
critical,
hit
but not
points
a
equal to
So
Vorpal.
19 plus a 30 to hit him with my Vorpal sword or scimitar,
below 0
which that would be a critical with the Vorpal.
That's for 1 minute if the rogue's hit points drop below 0.
It's not gonna actually use the Vorpal ability.
Vorpals are natural 20s.
Yeah, I know, but it's still a scimitar, so it's still a critical hit just regularly without the Vorpal benefits.
No, you don't hit him.
With a 30? Mm-hmm. Then
It's
unless I
this
roll
part of the game.
I know, but unless I roll a nat 20, I will never hit him.
Yeah, that's the point. We're out of our class.
All right, whatever. He's got one last chance, and if he hits him with a 20, then automatically he dies no matter what.
Who?
With a Vorpal sword.
You have to confirm the critical,
True.
which you can't do.
with a nat 20, I can't do either way.
If you were to roll 2 natural 20s,
I would
you'd
allow
do
it if he did too. But that's not how critical confirms work.
Yeah. Is it not a plus 10 to hit with that?
What's your bonus to hit? You don't know?
My bonus to hit is plus...
My bonus to hit is well over 10.
I don't even know what I'm doing anymore now, because I don't know what I'm adding.
Yeah, mine's over 10
I don't
too.
know.
Base attack bonus plus your strength.
Plus the magic bonus of the sword.
Yeah.
You know,
So 15 plus...
how it's always been in every game.
Yeah.
So it's like a 35, 36 area.
What?
Just, you have the numbers right in front of you.
Yeah.
Add them up.
8 plus 7 is 15 plus the 19. So that's like 35, 34.
19 plus... Yeah, 34.
Plus the sword.
Plus the sword, which
Did
has
you
1.
plus the sword?
No,
Yeah, you had the sword too.
Which is 1.
which is 1, so 35. So I was right, 35! Motherfuckers, fuck all of you. I was right, I'm like, that's like 35, and you guys were all like, do you even
Because
know?
you said the area. You didn't say this.
Yeah, well, I was pretty close, and I was actually dead fucking on.
It's not-
There's not a jury
There's
in the
35
world that would convict me.
No.
Okay, fuck this game. Yeah, I won. So the sword won't do anything. Boys, we need to retreat.
Griff, you
This is bullshit.
are afraid of the dragon. You don't have to run away from the dragon, but you cannot advance towards the dragon.
That's fine. Griff will cast Cure Light Wounds Mass.
Cool.
So everybody... Actually, I don't know if I should do... Oh, yeah, we
So,
all
Joe?
took damage. We all
we all
took a
took
lot of
damage.
damage.
The description of this thing is that I gain temporary hit points twice my rogue level if I get brought below 0 health points.
So did you get brought to 0 then, if the 10 doesn't take place?
Yes.
Okay.
You're
So
unconscious?
that means
Because it was
those things
multiple
hit-
attacks. So one of them brought him down to 0. Then he got 10 temporary hit points.
No, I got 22.
He got 22 temporary hit points.
And then it brought him
And
down
then
to
it brought
8,
him down
or-
to 8, but he still has
Hit points now.
that 8.
Well, 22. So you brought me 70, right? Mm-hmm. So that means instead of being at negative 8 health, I'm at negative 8 plus 22.
Okay.
So what are you at?
Which,
Well, the 22 goes away because it's temporary and that
no,
gets...
it lasts for a minute.
So he has 1 minute of walking around,
Oh,
and then he falls to
I
negative
understand.
8.
Yeah.
okay.
But he's going to come back-ish from that.
Yeah, you're going to heal him, so hopefully.
So that's...
14. So I'm at 14 health.
This is bad.
Technically, you're at 22 with negative 8. Because temporary hit points is a separate pool.
Can I... I've never used swift actions. Explain to me how swift actions work.
Swift
if I
actions, you can just
So
do
you
it.
have a movement, a standard, and a swift.
So if I use Cure Light Wounds, right? So that's going to... Because of its nature, it's a group spell, but it only does a little bit. So it's not going to be enough to get him past that line. But can I use a swift action to use, like, something on him specifically, like another cure?
If you have a spell that's a swift action,
I don't know that I do.
and I don't know if you can cast more than one spell in a round.
Yeah.
No,
Unless you have quicken spell.
unless you have quicken spells. Or if the spell is an immediate or swift spell.
Specifically. Okay.
You have the shaken condition, which I think is just -2.
Yeah, it's -2 to attack and...
Don't bother attacking, it's bullshit!
No, we're not going to. So I'm going to heal, so everybody heals 19.
19?
Everybody.
Cool. Your spellcaster level plus a d8, is that what you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Cure Light Wounds. What's the cap on the spell level for Cure Light
25.
Wounds Mass? It's 25?
25.
Okay.
Okay. Got 11 plus 22 temporary HP.
I'm back up to full.
Really?
Sure. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the benefits of the whole, not taking cold damage.
No, I do. I only avoided 2 cold damage. I just had a ton of temporary hit points when I raged.
Oh, that's actually good.
Then I think we should get the fuck out of
Get the fuck out of here, because this is pointless.
Which way?
back.
You're technically at the entrance right now, because I tapped the belt. You're not in the room anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you're about to pass the fuck out.
Yeah, you gotta leave.
Well, he wasn't in the room very far.
Yeah, he was
he
only
was at the entrance of it, but
5 feet
it walled him off.
And I just switched you out. So
Yes.
right now you're
so
behind
I'm not
me.
unconscious.
But you will be
No.
in a minute.
No, because you healed me.
Yeah, you'll be fine now.
You're over it?
Victus, it's your turn.
Okay.
You healed me greater than 8.
Well, I start retreating.
Yeah, I I'm just gonna fucking sprint. I sprint.
Okay.
Down the hole. He can't hit me with his air blasts, hopefully. So
you were teleported away with the belt?
yeah.
Okay.
But honestly, it was 5 feet, wall, 5 feet. So he literally just swapped 10 feet, basically.
That's all I needed.
And I'm out of
Havoc,
range.
it's your
Had
turn.
I not been in range, had I been in range, I could have just.
Alright, so the wall is mostly destroyed, but is it completely destroyed?
It was shattered.
It was shattered. So
It's
yes.
shattered, so
gone.
it's completely destroyed.
There's just sort of a mound of
Volley's in front of me, and there's a dragon in front of him. Everybody else is behind me
Booking it,
running.
yeah.
And you're still enraged, I think.
What's your pride
still
telling you to do? You should run. You just saw me, and I gave it a good, really good attempt.
Yeah, but you're weak. Physically weak.
Not really. I have a +7 to strength. I know, you got a +8. Ooh.
I have a +3 to strength, and I think I can hit him better than you.
Take the rage drug.
Yeah.
You all have.
Do I have a rage drug?
I mean, you just. Can you double rage?
I don't think that's a thing.
Because all it does is give you rage, like a barbarian. I don't know if it would stack.
Well, I'll certainly do this. I will focus my fury a bit better and pop up to large size. I think that then gives me enough reach to hit him without moving.
And to get hit.
And to get hit, but he could have hit me anyway because he's got reach.
That's true.
The question is, do I just full attack him, or do I run and then just try and make sure that I block the tunnel as much as possible so he doesn't follow? Well, I can survive at least one round, I know that, so I will full attack him. So here's 3 attacks. I've got 3 dice. The black one will be my last one, the yellow one will be my first one, the green one will be the middle one. I don't know why I specified it like that. So +20, +15, +10. None of those were very good. 26 doesn't hit, then nothing else will.
Yeah, you can do so much better than me.
If I rolled
could
above
actually
the
hit
10, I could actually hit it. I have potential.
I rolled a 35. You rolled a 26.
Yeah, by rolling a 6 on my die.
It's the dragon's turn.
Did you retreat at all, or you just...
No, he ran in to help me.
I'm standing there and drawing as much attention as possible. I'm the
might
fiercest
lose
thing in
Havoc.
this room.
Okay. The dragon sort of switches and turns towards the two of you, which stand before him. He tail swaps at you. What's your arm class?
24.
You get hit. And then he delivers his rest of his blows towards you.
Alright, 19.
Aren't you raging? You don't have a harder.
It goes down,
it goes
when,
down
you
when you rage.
Higher attack, lower
But that's
armor.
okay, because I deal damage back.
If it penetrates.
If it hits me at all.
That's what may have missed. I don't know. Let me check. No, it got you.
We're gonna lose some people.
The tail slap hits you with an awesome blow, which sends you flying back 10 feet.
Okay.
Um,
How much damage?
you take 20 damage.
Yeah.
Then you take the rest of the damage.
Okay.
Let me do this.
How many attacks hit me?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 hit attacks, okay. So 6 damage back,
There we go.
12 damage back,
We got told to go to a cave, and then we got told to go down.
15 damage back,
It was a trap.
8, 23, 28 damage returns to it.
Is this magic damage?
I I think it's untyped.
What?
It doesn't say.
What is this, a feat?
No,
It's
this
probably
is
just physical damage.
it's probably physical damage. This is a a rage power.
So that means he probably has DR and he takes like half of that.
He doesn't take any of it, I think. Because none of those are, like, they're all small numbers, right? They're all 1d6.
They're all d8s.
Yeah.
The highest was an 8.
Oh. So his
The
damage,
lowest was a 3.
his damage resistant blocks all of it.
Unless it's magic.
No, even if it's magic, then the spell resistance would block it.
Not for physical damage. Oh. Spell resistance is just for spells.
That's what I mean.
It is, I think, abyssal blood, so it may be a type of damage, but I'll have to check. It's either that or fiend totem.
Do you have damage resistance?
I do.
Okay. What is it? 5?
5.
Okay.
How much damage do I take?
Deadly amounts, probably.
Let me take away some of these. 1, 2, 3,
He's doing math.
4. You took away all but 2 of his dice from your damage there. But not his strength bonus.
It's so hard to find rage powers. Rage powers, there it is. I suppose I could have just typed it in. Long period of silence.
58.
58 damage. That's already minus the,
Yeah. So you would have taken another 25 or 20 on top of that.
I'm still standing.
All right. Volley, it's your turn.
Yeah, I think it's just physical piercing damage.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna skedaddle. There's nothing I can do. I mean, my sword will keep... Actually, no, I'll just have my sword returned to me. Time to get the fuck out of there. There's nothing we can do against that thing.
That's the point.
Skedaddle!
Okay. Are you gonna use you gonna just use your movement?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any... Oh, that's gonna... I mean, my movement and my little flying broom is actually slower than my running speed, so...
Okay.
Yeah, not gonna... No.
Griff. It's your turn.
Griff's gonna keep on keeping on.
Get the fuck out.
Okay.
Well, I suppose, does anybody need healing? Do I see, like, anybody needs healing?
I'm
30 feet away from
the party.
And
You're within reach of Victus and Volley, and they're both hurt.
How hurt are you? Pretty hurt?
I'm at 11 health out of 62.
How hurt is Volley?
Out of, 1 to 119 and 81.
You're not that hurt.
No. Okay.
Alright, so I'll just do like a cure moderate on
That's a touch attack.
Victus. Oh. I think these are all touch attacks.
Not mass. Cure mass is
Isn't
an
it?
area.
Yeah. Because otherwise you can do mass.
How far away, where are you in relation to me?
I mean, we're both running down the same hallway.
I know. But are you beyond where I'm at? I'm going to be running past you anyway, so I'll run past him.
No, you're already beyond him.
He moved 60, I only moved 30. Did you double move?
I double moved. I just sprinted.
Oh, in that case, then you could move your movement up to him.
So I'll cast it, and as I go past him,
You can do that.
or up to him, I
Yep.
guess. Yeah.
You can do that.
Just bop him.
It's part of D&D that doesn't make any sense.
What, casting and then?
2 people sprinting, and one of them's able to cast on the other because they're actually going.
Yeah.
Oh,
Spell penetration just gives you a +2 to your check. It's not going to actually help you get through it any better.
14 more.
+2 better.
Yeah, but
There's a lot of bad feats.
it's not gonna do anything.
14.
Oh.
It was a bad roll.
Spell penetration does
Better than nothing.
Well, I might take the hit now.
Havoc. No. Victus, it's your turn.
Keep running.
25 plus 22. I continue running.
Okay.
I'm going to
Havoc.
keep healing.
Well, you didn't
All
know
right.
me,
I
right?
think
You're
I can.
standing down a dragon,
I think I can survive one attack of opportunity.
and all of your friends have run away.
All of my friends have run
Nothing
away.
personal, but yeah, it's bad.
So here's my plan. You said that there were supports in the tunnel,
In the tunnel, there are supports. Yes.
right? And I'm technically in the tunnel. I'm just inside the mouth of the tunnel. So I'm going to run back up the tunnel, my normal movement. I'm probably going to take that attack of opportunity. Is there a support that I will pass in that movement?
Yeah.
How much
All right.
health do you have left?
I've got 45.
Yeah, you could take a
And
hit.
I took 50 damage from 5 attacks. So he's doing like 10 an attack.
Can I see him still?
The dragon?
Both of them.
Yes.
So I could probably see you go down and come back for you if I have to.
Hopefully it won't come to that.
Hopefully it won't come to that.
So when I pass this support, I'm going to try and sunder the support
Okay.
and collapse the tunnel behind me.
So you're going to move one movement and then use your attack action to sunder a support.
Yes, I'm flavoring it like I'm passing the support and hitting it on the way, but
But it like, yeah. Yep.
yeah.
You can do that.
Here we go. I am large-sized, so I have an additional +4 to this, so I'm looking at a 26 before the roll. It's a 2.
You can
28.
You can reroll.
I can re-roll because I'm within
He's in
sight.
30 feet, right?
No, you're 60 feet
you're
away
like 60.
Yeah.
dude.
That's true. I missed
Right,
one.
well then,
So you get
that's
the first
still a 28
to hit a thing.
to hit a thing.
Yeah, you hit it.
I don't think I can
DC
miss.
5.
This isn't the hard part.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a still object.
Yeah, then you're free.
And I'm rolling, let's see. Oh wait, it's not a crit, so I'm not rolling all of it.
It snaps at you with its jaws as you... Oop, natural 1.
He
So
throws
this
him
is like a
out.
heroic leap away as its jaws snap shut just behind you, and you swing into this dwarven killer.
Here we go.
Warned
I'm
by
ignoring
war.
half of its hardness. I've got an extra d6 added to this. I'm at a +10.
Ooh.
20. 29. 29 damage. Half hardness.
$29 at half hardness.
Do you want to look up?
Can I throw something out there?
What is it made out of?
Dwarven material. You get it.
It's just too cool to not let me do
Yeah, I
it.
like it. So you narrowly avoid the snap of this thing's jaw as it's about to snag you and grab you back in. As you get away from it, you rend your crystalline falchion across this support, which splints across the and
I should have rolled to confirm. No, it was a 2. That's definitely not a crit. Sorry. I was thinking falchions.
and
Falchions crit on 2.
Well, no,
I want a
when I put my
falchion.
dice down, it was a 15. I was
Oh.
like, wait a second. Didn't I roll a 15 and not a 2?
Yeah, they got falchions are real. good.
Falchions are real good. It's a keen falchion. They crit on it too.
Wow.
Oh, man. I want one of those.
the dragon roars, and you can hear it start to to lift off of its legs and take into like a running position. But as you hear that as well, you can hear this crippling crash of rock and a blast of cool air and soot and dust floods in behind you and fills up this cavern. You can no longer see, and you can no longer hear the direct roar of the dragon. It is muffled behind a rubble of stone and cavernous collapse.
It'll take 3 rounds for it to dig through. Let's go.
Good thing
That thing's mad as hell!
Good thing I fit it into resiliency.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we run.
Yeah.
This was a mistake. This was a mistake.
As fast as we can back the other way.
That was after I fought those ghosts and almost got fucking murdered that I took resiliency.
Oh, what? It wasn't the tree that you got smacked against, for...
No, that just kind
Yeah, does he get a scar for that? Because you were under technically.
I was technically under, but I really fucking flexed it.
what got you? Ice breath?
Yeah.
Ice breath?
No, it was
the
claws.
last attack.
Oh, it was just a bunch of... Okay, yeah, you got pretty fucking mangled by that.
He's gonna go back to Taza like...
I could see him having like a chip out of his ear.
Okay.
Oh, more than that, man.
like
That
a
dragon fucked you up.
Full shredded ear. Like it's
How about
just
like
three
his
separate
shoulder?
pieces.
Let's make him a little more edgy looking. Come on.
Like his shoulder.
Maybe it's a claw across
Maybe
the chest.
how about a perfect
It's you, so you get
right
to decide.
across the
Oh, okay.
right like that, so it cuts the eyebrow.
the eyebrow?
Yeah, he's got a facial cut down this.
Okay.
Yeah, and then a couple on the body.
Sure.
So it'll have been like the claw will have gone one of the claws above your head,
Yeah.
and then one of them across your face, and one of them across your
Body.
chest.
Like your collarbone.
So it like nearly slits your jugular.
It probably did, but then like it cut it, and then you hear resiliency.
Should be dead.
Okay. And you guys haul ass back out of this cave.
Fuck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then at the end... Or
Use a little healing.
yeah, when we get to the mouth of the cave, I'll dole out some heals if anybody...
This is the worst cave ever.
Why didn't we go down there?
Wait, one last thing. Cut the entrance.
Good idea.
You are able to rend the entrance.
Oh, hang on. Would I have stopped raging in the time we took to run?
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
So I would have exhaustion.
Yeah, but then
I would have 29 minutes of exhaustion.
I could probably
think it took us more than that to get out of the
Well,
cave.
no, it took us 30 minutes to double move back to where we started.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
your
And then
exhaustion
another-
has ended. Now, if you have an exhaustion, it's because we sprinted.
You tired, dude. Get him on the horse. The one horse. Put him on the horse.
I probably hopped on the horse
Yeah,
to ride
dick.
All right, well, who's looking bad on wounds?
Me. And him.
Yeah, I'm at 25 out of 62.
I'm at 45 out of 103.
Okay, let's get some healing.
Well, that was CR 18.
No, it's like CR20. Bullshit.
Joe, I saw.
Resistance is
I
bullshit.
looked. It was if you were doing the same aura cold. That was a 2d6 aura cold.
Oof.
What was the CR, Joe?
15.
15?
Bullshit.
That's still pretty bad.
Either way,
Dragon's
we handled it quite well.
31 healing.
Thank you.
Well, seeing as we didn't get the drop on it.
We didn't get the drop on it. But we survived.
And I tanked the first attack, actually.
27 for you.
27?
I don't know. You have a magic weapon and probably wouldn't have penetrated anyways.
Does anybody need any else? Others? Any more?
What do you mean I have a magic? I mean, I probably wouldn't have been able to hit it, but that's because it has a high.
I'm gonna hit
AC.
myself with one.
27 plus 50.
What would I have needed to get to hit that thing with a magic weapon?
Magic weapons don't... Magic weapons help you break through its
But I had
damage reduction.
But I had a 35.
Yeah, that wasn't high enough.
Yeah, so
against
what would
its
I have
AC.
needed?
Against its AC? You don't know.
Exactly.
That's why I wanted to hit it at least once. And then I rolled nothing above a 10.
You would have had a hard time hitting it too.
Max, cool. Anybody else need healing?
I mean, if you want, but I don't need it necessarily. If you want, yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
I'm at 52, so I'm only 10 health away.
I'm about 30 health away, so I wouldn't mind a top off. But if we're going to sleep,
I mean, we only heal what our level is, so 11. And we don't have a bunch of healers with us today unless the NPCs want to heal us.
Alright, well, are we still in the tunnel, or are we going to try and, like, hide somewhere on the
Thank you.
slopes?
Well, you guys navigated all the way out of the tunnel, which took about another day
Right?
back the way you came. Mm-hmm. And
Oh, well then I can dole out enough healing to get everybody back to maximum.
Well, wait, hold on. If we rested, then I literally hit my max.
I don't think we rested. We
you haven't
walked
rested.
for a
You're just
day.
you've just traveled back,
Oh,
and
so then
it took you a
wouldn't
day,
have been here.
and now you're back at the mouth of the cave. And
we're
if you
gonna-
want to collapse the cave, you can.
Yeah. So we'll collapse it and then rest. So I can definitely get everybody back to max by the way.
Well, if we rest, I won't need to worry. I'll just go back up. Max.
But you're now outside.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it a blizzard still?
Yep.
It probably knows where the entrance of this cave is. It can go to the other end and fly here pretty quick. I don't want to stay here.
No.
And it can make better time in this blizzard than we
Do
can.
you know of a place to rest?
Well, either we hide in the territory of the lindworm, hoping that they don't like each other, and that that dragon knows we exist, the lindworm doesn't. We find another cave, which is...
I can build us a cave. I got my spells.
We can hide
Nice.
within the rope trick.
That's
You
true.
haven't rested yet.
We should
I
rest.
thought we just said we were resting.
No, I didn't say that.
He did.
No, he
Well, I'm the dungeon master.
We can hide in the rope trick.
yeah,
for a
we can
night.
hide in the rope trick. Rope trick.
No, we can't because I can't cast rope trick. Then
We can hide in the rope
that's
trick
true.
with Atlas.
Atlas also can't cast his. He failed.
Oh, okay.
So we can't rope trick tonight. So we got to dig in.
Does it cost a spell to
So hang on.
regrow?
to what?
Regrow a thing.
Regrow what thing?
Oh shit! You could have just tossed the stone. To
They
block
can't
the
use
cave.
that.
I can't use.
They
You
can
can
only
throw it.
You can throw it. Although, how big is the stone that you have?
It was,
It was
pretty
the
big.
it was the giant fucking head.
That wouldn't have been big enough to block the cave.
Yeah,
Was it not?
I
It
would
would have slowed him down.
I would know that.
So what are our options? We can go west, keep following the road, or we can go into the mountains. Is that where we're at again?
We can just go west and follow the road. I feel like, and then just hide somewhere.
Because the other entrance of the cave will be in that direction. That's bringing us right into that thing's jaws again.
But how do we get the bay? We have to go through the Lindbergh's territory.
There was once a great hobgoblin general named Hannibal, who used an army of who marched an army of mammoths over the mountains and traveled along the endless ice. No one expected it.
It's weird they had elephants.
Mammoths.
Mammoths.
Oh,
Mammoths.
So we should go over the mountain
I say we climb over the mountains.
into the Lindworm territory.
Mm-mm.
Oh, completely over the mountains.
Completely over the mountains.
Wouldn't that put us in the valley of the Lindworm territory?
no.
No, only if we stopped halfway. Past it. We're going all the way.
You'd have to go through the valley, though.
Oh.
Yeah, because we go over the mountain and then it would go put us in a valley.
What do I know about legends and stuff of lindworms? Because I'm imagining this thing sleeping at the bottom of a frozen lake. But that's just me imagining stuff. I don't know. 13. Nature.
You know that it probably sleeps in the lake, but you would also assume that it's not trapped in the lake.
Yes.
It can move around.
What level is expeditious excavation?
1. Atlas can't cast that spell.
Oh, he can't. How about volley? Volley, can you cast expeditious excavation?
I don't know that spell.
All right.
So I guess we could go over the mountain,
That's my best guess.
or we continue down the road and we hope this dragon's not at the other side. Although we may have just set a dragon on that bay.
So
On the Iron Glacier?
They'll be fine.
They'll probably be fine. And 2, if we come there if we arrive to broken gates, all the better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we may have. You want to just go west then?
Thing is, though, it knows that we came out east. So it's going to come out the west end, in the direction we'd be walking, and then travel along this
Maybe
road.
it's like, hey, they're at the bay.
I think going over the mountain is the least expected plan.
Okay. The hardest though. How? Well, we need to find a place to sleep soon.
That's true. That's our most immediate problem.
Yeah.
If we go up the mountain, there's a higher chance we'll find some sort of smaller
Some sort of cave.
Yeah.
Well, we just said we didn't want.
It's
Another roll of the dice, but hopefully I can't imagine 2 dragons being on the same mountain.
That's true.
Which is why this was such a fucking surprise, this close to the Lindworm.
All right. Well, let's climb this mountain.
Alright,
All right.
let's see if we can go
So
3 for 3 dragons.
We're not like right at the base of the mountain, are we? Like we have
We're
to
already
go.
on the side of the mountain.
Oh, we are. Okay. I thought we were on like a road.
We're on like
You're on like
lower
a-
slopes.
Yeah, like a low sloped path.
Okay, and then we kind of like bushwhack to the mountain and start going up.
It'd be a bit of a nice climb.
We can rope up. I got the cleats.
Yep. We're gonna have to.
I've got the rope.
There's
It's
not a-
the
there's
first
not a
time we've
road that goes up
roped
the
a
mountain?
No. That's that scrawny fucking deer path is what we consider a highway.
That's what I mean. Is there a path at all?
No.
So we're just bushwhacking.
Everything's a path.
All right.
If there's no path, then everything's a path.
Everybody rope up.
I will take point. And climb.
Okay. The journey up this mountain face is definitely brutal.
We're also exhausted.
You are also exhausted. Also, it's the sun is going down.
We're just trying to get to the nearest place
To rest.
So we're not going all the way up the mountain today. We're going up the mountain because it's the direction no one would expect. Either we're going to run away or we're going to run away in the direction. They're expecting us to move parallel to the mountains, and going up the mountain is not expected. And we're looking for caves to hide in.
I have an idea. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take my blanket and tie it up behind the horse and have the horse be at the back. So that way it's covering up our tracks as we walk.
Oh.
All right. Good idea.
Okay. All right.
So, do I need to roll anything to try and find a cave?
Yeah, make a survival check.
19. Need to swap out my dice. I'm not rolling above a 10 on this guy anymore.
So, you guys begin this ascent up this blizzard caked mountain. And the going is slow. The sun sets on your journey. It's still early in the day. It's only like 5 o'clock. And you very carefully navigate your way up the mountain's side. Before too long, maybe another 5 hours of hiking, you come across a cave in the side of this mountain. It is a very unnatural cave.
My favorite.
How, unnatural as in, created, or unnatural, eerie, spooky magics?
Is it a mine?
Unnatural as in...
It's a face.
No. As in, the walls are perfectly carved.
By tools or by...
It doesn't look like tools. Whereas in the mine, you were looking at, the axe marks from pickaxes and such.
This is, sanded.
This is, perfectly smooth.
Either this is magic or some sort of creature we don't know about.
The earth dwellers.
We don't need to go too deep into it. If you want, I can stealth inside, take a look inside.
What if it's a monster?
Then we hope it doesn't have blind sense.
So, there's a chance this is a monster, but that dragon is definitely a monster. So let's take the chance.
Let's take the chance. Alright, I cast Vanish on myself.
Okay.
And make my way into the cave, stealthily.
All right.
Dueling dice rolls.
You did.
Ooh. I get my reroll.
Okay.
You used your reroll today.
Did I use my reroll?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
We haven't rested yet.
Oh, no, you didn't, because you were 60 feet away. No.
Yeah.
Yes. No. That was on him. You're good.
Okay.
You get to go. You get to do it.
Oh. That's better. Do I get a bonus for being invisible?
Yeah.
What is the bonus?
20.
20?
Yep.
Okay, so that is a...
That's going to be a stupid high stealth
that's
roll.
a 51.
Okay. I rolled a 3. So you creep your way into this room. And inside, you can see a man sitting down. And he's got he's got a tiny candle that he's sitting in front of, blocking the light from coming out of the cave. But now that you've crept up onto him, he's there with the candle, and he's got a little journal in his hand, and he's shivering and shaking, and you can tell that he's dying from exposure, and he's trying to write this journal entry, which he can't do because his ink is frozen, and he's got it next to his candle, trying to melt his ink. And he's trying to write this journal entry, but his hand's too jittery.
Alright, I reach into my pack.
Okay.
And I pull out a blanket.
Okay.
It's probably frozen.
And I walk up behind him.
Yeah.
And I say out loud, "Good afternoon, friend. Do you need some more?"
The candle goes out, and this dude jumps like 16 feet into the ceiling, because it's a really low, shallow ceiling, and he hits the ground, and he stumbles and skids back as you literally made not even a hint of noise creeping up to this guy with a 51, and his perception was like 2, so... So you really scared the shit out of this guy, and he shunts himself back to the edge of this little perfectly square cave, and he says,
I'm still invisible.
What? No.
I'm just a friend.
The madness.
Alright, I guess I can just stop Vanish from happening, right?
Yeah, you can just end it.
Okay, I end Vanish. And I'm just holding a blanket in my hands. And I'm wearing priestly robes.
Toro.
It's brown.
Everything's red to me.
Come, friend. We merely want to share the cave with you. We're hiding from the elements. We have fire.
Hospitality!
Hospitality.
Fire?
Yes. I walk over and I put the blanket on him.
You can tell that the blanket does nothing at all to help him get warmer, but he doesn't seem to have any resistance to you or the others coming into this cave.
Oh, do we have wood or something to burn?
I think we probably got a little pouch or something of dung.
See? This is why we keep the dung. Alright, so we set up...
There's like kind of a foresty on the sides of the mountains, right? Maybe? Who knows?
I mean, we're in that kind of area, right?
I think this side of the mountain...
This is the non-buffeted side.
Yeah. I think this side would have forestry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we
We
I'll
can
come
bring
in
you...
with an armful of wood,
Okay.
and I've got a thing of rations on top of it. Like, hospitality?
Alright, so we set up a fire and start lighting it.
All right. It takes a while for a fire to get going, even with the assistance of magic. And before too long, you've got a crackling, cozy hovel. The cold air blowing in from the mouth of this cave almost doesn't seem too bad in front of this fire. And this guy, it begins to thaw out. And he picks up his journal once again, and he begins to scribble in it. He says, "Who the hell are you people? What the hell are you doing all the way up here? Are you mad? You mad?"
Are you?
Oh, I'm more mad than you know.
Okay. That would make sense. We don't know how mad you are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a look over. How much frostbite does he have?
A ton.
Like a ton? Right.
His fingers are completely black. He can't even hold on to his pen.
You can reach for his nose.
We should,
Got your nose.
Yeah, his nose is black, his ears are black, his lips.
I don't know that my healing would help that.
Nope.
No, you would need regeneration.
You should cut it off.
How much time?
Well, me?
Until we'd have to do that.
Ves says he thaws out.
I can make a heal check.
If you let that stay, it'll poison him.
Well, you could also cure, which would stop necrosis, because it's magic, but it wouldn't regenerate his dead flesh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's try healing.
28 heal.
A heal check. You recognize this is frostbite.
Do I know like the best?
You know that a magical heal will stop the frostbite from spreading any further, provided you get him out of the cold.
He's out of the cold now.
Alright, so we'll dump a heal on him.
Okay.
Did you make this cave?
Yes.
21.
With magics?
He holds up this wand that's now shattered and splintered.
Oh, okay.
That's all I had left.
Is that stone shape?
It was.
21 healing.
You heal him.
Tap him on the shoulder.
You
go,
got it.
bud. Some juice.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out into the woods. I'm gonna cut some big branches and I'm gonna lean to over the front of this. to try and block out some more of the wind and keep it camouflaged.
You do it.
Neat.
Let's jump down a tree.
I love it when I don't have to roll.
You can probably take 10 on
Yeah, I
that.
can take it on that. Probably. Easy enough.
So tell us about yourself, and we'll tell you our tale.
Maybe.
You recognize the garb this guy's wearing. It's nomadic garb from the nomadic tribes of humans that live out here. This guy doesn't speak like a nomad, but it looks like he was at one time associated with them.
Were you at war with the nomads?
Or at war with everybody.
What do you think?
All right.
He tells you his name is Marcus, and he is a cartographer, a fool at that. No one's ever been able to come all the way up here and chart these mountains, and I shouldn't have tried.
Did you bring compatriots?
Yeah, was it just you, or did you lose some behind?
No, I lost everyone.
Fair enough. See, we're working on our own map.
Your own map?
Yes.
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 The High Bluff.
And I'm very blatantly a hobgoblin.
I've got a
Well, your shitty disguise isn't still on?
34.
My shitty disguise is a hood.
Oh, yeah.
34 to bluff.
This guy doesn't see through your disguise. Oh, I can't believe it. What are the odds that another group of cartographers would meet me in this cave?
Well, he's the cartographer. I'm the guard.
Oh,
You're in your fancy clothes.
I am in my fancy clothes. I guess I'm now a cartographer. Yes, I sure do love...
you actually bust your way out of those fancy clothes when you went large.
That's true.
Yeah.
We had a rough time
The
with it.
sleeves are gone.
Well, you can see that it was fancy clothes.
I pull it the rest of the way off, and my armor is just on underneath.
Where are you guys going?
We-
How much have you charted?
Well, we charted.
We know where the tundra is, and we know which way is north.
That's a start.
We've charted many of the areas around the town of. What's the town? Noshlocal. What was that town that we went through?
What?
The small town that was to the south of the.
The deep woods?
Yeah, the south of the deep woods.
Oh yeah, what was that town called? Did I write that down?
I think that was the town that I came up with.
So you just give them like a map of Porto Novo that you buy at the gift shop.
This is mine.
We're really far off track.
Vermonshire?
That sounds right.
Vermonshire.
We started our journey in Vermonshire and we made our way up here.
You don't say.
Passed through the Great Woods.
Oh.
Friends with some Tengu.
Yes.
Trudged through the Ghost Woods.
No way. This guy's not looking at you. He's looking straight through you, this 1,000-yard stare. Like, he can't hear anything
His
you're
ears
saying.
are going bye-bye.
He seems to just sort of be on autopilot.
Yeah.
You've saved him just barely from brain death.
Might as well be brain dead.
How do you feel about cheese?
Jeez. Jeez.
Fucking looked at me.
Jeez.
I don't think you can manage much solid food.
I
Let's
pull
just
out-
heat up something soft and liquid.
I pull out a bit of the salted fish and then I put it inside of the mug, fill it
That
up with
fish will
water,
last forever.
and then put it into a pot. Do we have a
Boil
pot?
down into sort of the fish stew, yeah.
Yeah, do we have a pot?
Probably. I think Morgan's got a cauldron on one of her characters.
All right, so we make some fish stew.
This guy's got gear.
Well, you can't be picking that up anymore anyway. So.
Okay. You make some super salty fish stew.
Yeah.
And you guys sort of enjoy a warm meal in the midst of a blizzard. And despite how much time you seem to spend in this cave, a day goes by, then another. The blizzard doesn't stop. And before too long, you're running low on rations. Everyone's healthy again because of the excess of healing spells.
So the blizzard's not letting up, huh?
Nope,
We're
it's
running
getting
out of
worse.
food.
It's getting worse.
We may have to hunker down. Good thing we can create food and water.
That's true. We can create food and water.
We can
On a
definitely survive.
good day, we can create food and water.
Well, you can. How long does it last?
So you eat it.
So, one, you're not a wizard and can't take that feat. And two, I know that that's stupid because it's like, oh, you got a spell book and you're following the same rules, but that's just sort of the way wizard feats work. Three, what that feat lets you do when you do take it is it treats it as though you had a spell book always with those spells in your head. Not that those spells are always prepared, but that you can prepare from memory those spells.
Yeah. But I can't take the feat you're saying. So now I gotta go find a new feat. I'm gonna take the spell penetration.
Spell penetration.
Spell penetration is not a bad feat,
It's not good.
It's not good.
It's not.
but once you get greater
like a
spell
+2.
penetration,
I don't know about greater, but
That makes it a punitive +4.
Oh.
+4 is not too worse.
It's not great, dude.
It's not worth 2 feats.
It's not.
That's true.
Maybe not. Well, unless you're a wizard.
You have nothing else going on.
I'm not a wizard, apparently, so I can't take that.
You're not a wizard.
Okay.
You're not a wizard, Harry.
But that's not fair, because I can take fighter feats. So
What we
why
can do-
can't I take...
Because fighter feats are just normal combat feats. Anyone can take fighter feats.
One thing that
And
we
stuff
can
like
do
mastery feats that only fighters can take.
is we can wait for a good
And
day
even then, people can take them if they take.
where we can
Martial
have
focus.
resist elements cold and start to make our way.
What?
I have resist elements cold.
Yeah, but for everyone else.
I have endure, but that won't help much.
Sure, but we won't die
Yeah.
in the blizzard.
But we won't make it far, probably. We'll make it to the next cave with the next insane guy inside it.
That's fine.
We seem to find a lot of people out here.
Yeah, we're in the populated part of the north.
Yeah.
We also found 2 people, and one of them was a vampire.
One of them was a
2
dragon.
more than I was expecting.
2 people and a dragon. That's 3 people.
And some giants.
And some giants. That's like a whole nother cumulative person.
It's like a lot of people. So what's the play? You want to go out in blizzard?
Maybe we make our way down to the road. The dragon may have given up.
This might be the dragon's blizzard.
This could be the dragon's blizzard.
Oh, it's either that or we hold
That
up
damn lizard's blizzard.
and waste away, because I wouldn't be surprised if we get a couple days in a row in which we don't have the ability to generate food. We can try stretching our rations at the very least.
And we definitely have plenty of water. Scoops up some snow and puts it over the fire.
I have a thing that generates water.
I just make water.
magic.
Actually, it makes beer too. A very light beer.
Yeah.
But beer is liquid
Like a
bread.
watered down beer.
Beer is liquid bread. It's good for you.
And then heat it up. It'll heat up the yeast, right?
Actually, it kind of.
So let's see.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys want to go out there. Like, I'll step to like the front of the cave and see what it's like outside.
Oh!
Yeah, like a big gust of wind and ice comes bellowing in. It's cold out.
It's either that or we just wait. How
'Cause I
long
don't think endure elements would do much for us. I don't even know what it does.
Wouldn't it? It would prevent us from freezing to death out in the cold.
And prevent us from having to make fortitude saves, and that's all I know about that.
Creature protected by endure elements suffers no harm for being in a hot or cold environment. It can exist comfortably in conditions between -50 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit
Comfortably.
without having to make fortitude saves. The creature's equipment is likewise protected. Doesn't provide any protection from cold or fire damage, nor does it protect against other environmental hazards. So I guess we could comfortably... Is it -50 out?
You don't know how cold it is.
Does it feel -50 out?
It feels really fucking cold.
That's a little colder than really fucking cold.
I cast endure elements on myself and I step outside. How do I feel?
-50 is like far below.
It's like
What
Chicago
normally happens
a couple
on
of days ago.
That was -4.
No, it was -40.
It was -50.
Was it -40?
It was
Yeah.
-68.
People are dying, motherfucker.
Yes.
You feel cold, but it's not as bad as it was before.
Comfortable?
You're cold.
So, minus 55 or so.
It's cold.
Well, it's only going to get colder. So
Is
if
it?
we-
Spring's coming.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
We haven't even hit the vernal.
No, we've passed the
Not the vernal.
we haven't hit the solstice
The
yet.
solstice,
No.
and it only gets colder after the solstice.
Yeah, spring's coming in like
And it's the solstice where the never-ending night starts.
a few
Yeah.
months.
And then vampires.
Or technically the never-ending night starts, then it hits the solstice, and then it ends, and then it comes out of it.
Yeah. So we gotta move now. Or
All right.
else-
Well, I'm not using endure elements on everybody, so
Why
I'll
not?
get a couple of people, and I'm pretty sure 3 of us can cast that spell.
Can Volley cast it?
Atlas cannot cast it.
What are we doing?
Endure
See-
elements.
see-
Yes, I can.
Okay. Then that's enough to get everybody. 2 people. Actually, you could take care of all of them. What is your highest level spell you can cast?
4th level.
Okay.
I don't know what we're doing. I was looking for a news thing.
So I guess we endure elements on everybody and we leave.
Yeah. Including the horse.
So I'll do myself and Havoc and Victus.
I have it constantly.
Oh, okay. So I'll do myself. And
What is that? Just a race thing?
No, it's a invulnerable barbarian thing. I can choose either heat or cold and gain resistance or the very small energy thing to it. It's like 1/3 my level, so it'll become 3 next level.
That's only your. So every time something comes,
That's
you're
frost
only going
damage
to take
and-
the initial blunt. Of
Yeah, but here's the
-2.
thing: it also counts as endure elements for that type of effects constantly. It's just always on. I always have endure elements cold
Yeah,
I don't
but
have endure
You only
elements
have
hot.
endure elements for how much is what I mean.
Permanent.
permanently.
So
Forever.
it doesn't matter if he takes no, but I mean
Oh, it's the same. It's the same as the spell. Minus 50 degrees.
-50 or
Yeah.
well, whatever it is, 150.
minus 50. No, it's minus 50.
It's just minus 50 because
I
you
don't-
got the cold side, not the hot side.
He wasn't listening to the conversation.
No, I'm trying to figure it out because
minus 50.
Okay, whatever.
Endure elements, not
Yeah.
endure energy cold.
Okay, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have 3 of
Speaking of
energy
which,
cold.
can you cast
2,
endure
actually, at this
energy
point.
or
No.
energy resistance?
No, I can. Yeah.
Okay. How many casts of that do you have?
What is that? Second level spell?
And how long? And how long does it last?
A few hours, I think, if I remember right.
Is it? Endure elements is 24 hours.
Endure elements is a long time, but
Endure, but energy
resistant. It's less.
It's probably an hour per level.
I think it might be a minute per level.
I don't have it in this. And I gotta look
Right,
it up.
well-
I can't remember.
At this point in the year, my initial plan of crossing the to the other side of the mountains is probably suicide.
Probably.
Let's
So
just
now what? Are we
continue
going to
down the
back
road.
down or?
No, we would have to continue on this side and hope that over the past couple of days that dragon's forgotten about us.
So we're going to go west. We're just going to go west.
I guess we're gonna have to go
10
west.
minutes per level, so a few hours. What your thought?
What?
2 hours.
2 hours.
Okay, yeah.
That's not bad. You can constantly regenerate it on how many casts you have of it.
Alright, so I guess we rope up.
Well, as we go down the mountain, it should get warmer a little.
That's immense.
Depends on how much under negative 50 we are.
Question. If someone pulled on the... Oh, no.
If I spit into the air and count how long it takes to freeze with a survival check, would that tell me how cold it is? That seems like a hobgoblin weather technique. It instantly froze. It's just hanging off his lip at a 45-degree up angle.
I'm going to say that you have some manner of hobgoblin method of testing the temperature. Like you set a glass of water out and watch its behavior. So you can make a survival check for that or something like that.
17.
It's really cold.
It's really fucking
You don't
cold.
know just how cold it is. Below freezing.
Is it worse or sort of normal for a northern winter?
Normal.
Normal. Okay, this isn't that bad.
Alright, then let's continue.
We go west.
Yeah, you know that as winters come on,
What are we doing with this guy?
We can bring him with us.
Okay.
he's slow.
We can
Put him on the
carry-
We
horse.
can put him on the horse.
Yeah, we can put him on the horse.
Okay.
How's the horse doing?
It's cold.
Presumably we've been feeding the horse.
We've eaten the horse.
And there was much rejoicing. Yay! Yeah, it's okay. It's a horse.
Yeah.
It's doing horse stuff.
All right, so
horse is a horse.
Let's
I'm going
go
to use my spectral horse.
west.
Your horse doesn't mind the cold.
No, it does not.
All right, you guys sort of descend back down the mountain with your cartographer in tow.
Right.
The whole time, he seems to be recovering in the sense that he's looking around and he's making notes and he's drawing landscapes. He's doing the thing that he knows, and it's keeping him sane. In some definition of sane. Before too long, you guys make it back to this shoddy path, which is snowed over, but it's still sort of like a bit of a divot, so you can see the path at least. But it's about 2 feet of snow has collected already, and
Are there trees?
Yeah.
As we walk, let's try to collect some wood to make snowshoes.
Okay.
We could have Silver make snowshoes, I guess.
All right.
Okay.
Craft little snowshoes.
About a day goes by. Can you cast second level spells, Molly?
I can cast all of them right now.
A day has gone by.
Oh, fuck me.
Are you going to do another dimension
Noodle.
rope
Yeah.
trick?
Yeah. I would assume.
All right.
Not
And-
20, I'm good.
And you guys collect some wood, some twigs, some branches, some
I'm going to
pine
use...
boughs. Yep. And
Is there stone around?
yeah,
I mean, I would stone shape us a little house to... Oh, actually, we don't even need to. If I have rope trick, yeah.
Well, it'd be a good idea to do that.
What, put stone around us?
No, to just stone shape a house and shrink it.
Yeah, have a portable
Yeah, that's
house,
not a bad idea, I
Good
guess.
idea. For the days when we don't have access to rope trick, just
Hold on.
poop out the house.
Shrink items a 4th level or 3rd level?
third level.
3rd level?
Stone shape is a fourth level.
Yeah, I know, I'm just counting 1, 2, 3. I'm going to make 3 houses. Actually, out of stone shape, how many houses do you think I could make?
Depends what size you want to make them.
Enough to fit everybody, almost.
Probably just one.
So I'll do it a few times and waste all my 4th level spots and quite a few Arcana points doing that. Well, actually not really. I'd only have to waste 4 plus 3, 7. So
We can
I
stretch our
make 3.
rations.
I can make 3 houses and then shrink them.
As you carve out space in this for your stone shapes,
Yeah.
and you begin like shrinking down these stone shapes, you see left behind in your mining area
Yeah.
is a small chest.
Okay, I pick up the chest.
Okay.
It's a mimic.
I detect magic on that.
You detect no magic.
Okay, can I open the chest?
The chest is frozen solid.
We'll have to melt it.
I use knock. It should just open up anyways.
I mean, if it's just frozen, the lock unlocks, but it's still frozen shut.
I mean, when we have a fire for tonight, we can just hold it over it for a little while or set it next to it.
If you light a
Burning
fire
hands.
inside
It should just heat up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he blasts it with some flames, and
Burns everything inside.
It was.
I'm not that dumb. I just heat up my hand and I would just go over the lock.
and you open it up.
Yeah. It's a
Inside,
mimic. It's a mini mimic.
inside are some gold coins that don't look anything like gold coins. You've seen they're squares, and you recognize them.
Oh, okay.
These are
He knows what I mean.
dwarven. This is dwarven gold, which is there's runes, dwarven runes on them.
Yeah.
But gold is gold,
Yeah.
and despite its minted shape, it's about the same size and weight as a normal coin.
What appraisal 23? What would that be?
You reckon?
Would I reckon I get more money out of it because it's dwarven? Oh, no. Okay, so it's just worth gold.
It's gold. You reckon that this is about 200 gold pieces, and inside there's also a journal.
Okay, I take the journal and I return to my study, where apparently everybody else is staying. So no more peace and quiet for Volley.
And there's like a horse.
No, the horse is strictly not allowed in my area.
If you light a fire inside of the rope trick area, where does the smoke go?
It kills you.
Suffocate. No, we have a window.
monoxide.
Remember, we just opened the window. It just goes right out.
Hey, Atlas!
You're in the tentacle with a roll of newspaper. Out.
By the way,
Carried outside
I haven't mentioned
abomination.
this yet, but during our downtime, I've been actually reading over the books I got from Hightown.
On
King Solomon.
Anything about... I asked them to basically hand me all the books they had on King Solomon history, whatever, and I think I got 3 books.
most of these books seem to be mythological.
Okay.
However, one of them has a really insightful reference in it.
All right.
It references a book written by King Solomon.
Himself.
Yes. And you'll never guess where it's stored.
The Dwarven?
Yes.
That sons of bitches. Alright, so I knew that. What about the journal, I guess? I opened up that.
This is a Dwarven journal. Do you read Dwarven?
I actually don't know if I know Dwarven.
I happen to know the spell. Read, comprehend language.
I guess who also knows that spell? But I just wanted to know if I know it.
I can cast it on you. Also, I can read Dwarven.
Actually, you know what? I don't. But my sword does, so he can just read it for me and tell me.
That's weird.
Hey.
I could just cast
Me
comprehend
and him haven't been
language.
talking. So can I, but I'd rather have my... No, my sword can just see.
I cast comprehend language on you.
You don't even know what I'm doing.
Well, now you understand.
Anyways,
You took
what's
out the
journal
journal.
say? Let's just...
The journal is a wartime journal
Oh,
that has been buried here. It depicts a gruesome moment from the Dwarven siege 10 years ago on these mountains. And it talks about how endless ranks of dwarves and hobgoblins could have collided, and it would have never solved the problem that these two factions had with one another. It's not a narrative of an event so much as it is a political monologue, I suppose.
Okay.
And this dwarf seems to be contemplating the casualty of the siege.
Okay. So just an old-time war novel journal. Interesting.
Old time rock and roll.
Hey, Havoc, you want to read an interesting book?
Is it in Goblin?
Can you even read Common?
I can read Goblin,
He was being taught how to
and
read
I can
common.
sight read Common. Or sound read, just...
It's alright. Somebody here keeps telling me that they know a certain spell that can help you read it. I
Yeah.
hand him the journal.
Who would that be?
Dictus? I mean, no, Victus.
I
That's
cast
the
comprehend
name.
language on you.
Alright, I'll read through. Does it have any special meaning for me, having lived through said siege?
Make a will save.
Wait.
It's called PTSD. There we go.
Ooh.
Let's see, I'm not raging, so, and I don't have my cloak on, so +1. That doesn't seem right.
It's your wisdom bonus.
Wisdom bonus is -2, so that's actually correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
+1. So 18. Took me a long time to add 1 to 17. I'm sorry.
You're fine. You read this, and it's a solemn reminder of the experiences you've had, but you don't have a Vietnam flashback, and and you're okay.
Darn it.
But there's nothing particularly striking about this, other than it's a look at the casualty from the other side, because this dwarf talks about how his friends were getting wounded and how supplies were low on their end.
And I have no sympathy for it.
Okay. The daytime kind of rolls around as you guys finish up making these shoes, which
Snowshoes.
Silver doesn't go to sleep, so he was able to make them. And now everyone's outfitted with snowshoes, and you've got an easier time of it the next day. And what's more, this blizzard seems to be letting up a little bit, and it's warmed up just a little bit as well. And you continue on your path westward. You don't know how many days it's been now. You've lost track. Maybe 20 or 30. But you're well off schedule now, you reckon, from your original estimate. And you don't and you recognize this area, but you don't know exactly how far away you are from the coast. But you can tell that you're not anywhere near it. Now, the traveling is a little bit faster with these snowshoes. Your horse is still being bogged down because it can't have snowshoes.
Can it not?
No, horses can't wear snowshoes.
They're too weird and stupid.
Because you have to walk completely differently in snowshoes.
But another few days of travel goes by. Your cartographer has now etched out this really beautiful sketching of this mountain range. And your cartographer has actually been keeping track of just how long you've been moving. And he reckons that you've traveled probably about 200 miles in these past few days. Which to you means that you're closer to home. In the loosest sense of home, I suppose. The traveling again is still brutal, but after a couple of days, the storm's cleared. The sun's out once again, but it is not cold. It's not warming up. It's still cold, but your endure elements keeps you comfortable.
I'm reminded of an old marching song. Take me home, tundra roads.
Oh man.
To the place I belong, Iron Glacier.
Tundra Road,
Mountain Mama.
Mountain Giant. Okay.
We march.
Marching continues. Maybe another 100 miles traveled. Another few days go by.
Then Havoc's just getting more and more sort of agitated as we get closer. He has no idea what he's doing anymore.
Hey, Havoc,
Like he was so filled with fire before.
Can you open this bottle for me?
No.
Oh,
You're probably only covering.
so agitated.
You're probably only covering 1.5 miles per day. It's a slow go, and before too long, the nights start getting longer. But you haven't encountered another early blizzard like that one. It's been snowing, and the snow's been accumulating. Nothing melts now. But
Trying to forge some small game of wherever I can manage it.
you guys have well run out of rations. But every now and again, when your spellcasters are able, they can conjure up food, which is becoming gross and sickly to you because you can't live off of conjured food. It's not good. It's just sustainable. And
All right. Plan time, guys. I think we're going to have to winter, which means we should spend 1 or 2 weeks before proper winter hits, because I think we've only got 1 or 2, maybe not even 2 weeks. I think we've got maybe 4 days to do this. We should dip down into the tundra, see if we can catch ourselves a mammoth, and live on that for the year. One should do.
Where? Live where?
In the tundra.
Well, dig in.
Like an igloo?
Yeah. I can make an igloo easy.
I mean,
So we're gonna live in
not
an
even
igloo?
that. We could just dig a hole and put the house we built with stone shape in the ground.
Yeah, but we're going to make a complex.
So we're gonna live off.
Because
Of,
we're
I
going to
could
have
make a complex.
we're going to have a whole winter of sitting around.
that's what I'm saying. So we're gonna live off one mammoth for a whole winter.
Yeah, probably. Mammoths are pretty big, dude.
So like 5, 7, 8 people.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm game.
That's
I mean,
what we
it
gotta
takes
do.
what? A couple of shots of magic to kill a mammoth.
Maybe 2 mammoths.
We can get the ivory he wants.
Yeah.
I could use the ivory.
Atlas can finally stop complaining. I'm imagining like every
The
night
whole
before I go
trip.
to sleep, Atlas is like, so, about that mammoth. Fucking Atlas.
All right, so where do we have to go to do that?
Well,
South.
south a bit.
All right. Well, we'll need to split up. Just
So
the,
we have we just made like a giant circle?
No, you've made progress westward.
Okay.
A lot of progress westward. So we're making kind of a tiny fishhook.
Okay.
If we were to keep going south and then head east, then we'd make a circle.
Well, let's go south and kill a mammoth then. I'm all for hunting
Right?
for survival, and then we got to figure out how to hunker down.
Unfortunately, they'll be moving towards us because they'll be going into the
And,
mountain
I mean-
shadow if they can.
Seems like a objective.
Okay.
I have a good way to hunt. Volley. Your broom works.
It does. Pretty cool broom, right?
Could just do kill living.
Yeah, but he can fly up.
Fucking madman.
Would that ruin the meat?
No. No.
Necrotic damage?
Like necrotic damage might hurt the meat.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. You guys descend down into the tundra. And after about another day of traveling into the tundra, the next day rolls around. You can all roll spellcraft, spell saves.
I'm good, man.
I'm good.
I will make a survival check.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to make an intimidate check. Against the elements.
Okay.
Damn you, Cole! He's gone.
That's basically what my thing is.
I got like an 8.
Wasn't very intimidating.
You're cold.
So we can use
Atlas
the
needs food. I mean, Victus needs food. That isn't.
we can use the broom to scout up in the sky to see if we spot any
He can just
mammoths.
fly. He also can just fly.
All right, then I'll hop on the broom.
And the flying goes.
Who says you're getting my broom?
I can stab things.
Are you gonna drop in?
Yes,
I mean, all I have to do.
Death from
This is what we're
above.
gonna do. Just get your knife and hold it like this, okay?
Because
Okay, great.
Switch.
And I'm
places.
gonna fly up. I'm just gonna switch with you at the moment notice.
Do we see mammoths?
no, you're not going to drop me on them. I might die.
You're gonna be fine.
No.
You're gonna go in there hot, like you're like a missile.
That's not how stealth works.
Does Griff
If I-
Will, if we're coming from above.
If you're dropping me, no, we could use the
I like this idea. We're gonna do it.
We're going to bring the broom close. I
see
look for the
mammoths.
broom.
Does Griff what?
See mammoths.
Just give me the broom.
See
funnier this way.
mammoths.
No, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's gonna work.
Cool.
Yeah, you see some mammoths.
They're hard to
I'm
miss.
flying above them right now.
They're dark colored on a white background.
Yeah, background.
Black.
Get your knife ready.
You see mammoths, but you also see another thing.
What the fuck?
Fucking white dragon grabs the man. Oh fuck!
We didn't go far enough.
No, you can see tribesmen.
What kind of tribes are we talking about?
A group, 20 strong maybe, and they're attacking these mammoths.
With what?
About a quarter mile away.
What kind of weapons are you using?
We're saved.
Yeah, they probably have a town.
No, they probably have a camp.
Okay, that works too.
But they're attacking it.
We can help.
Let's go help.
I'm currently flying.
What are they attacking it with? Are they just like spears?
You can see like arrows and spears being thrown at it or shot at it.
Okay.
They not
Avalanches.
Yeah, there's
Normally you would lure it to a pit. When it falls in the pit, you then pelt it with rocks and spears.
Yeah, right.
it's hard to dig a pit when the earth is frozen.
It is hard to dig a pit, so they're doing the dangerous thing.
I'm on the broomstick.
Now,
we can
close.
probably save lives by
would I
helping them out.
would I know the etiquette of joining a hunt in progress?
With other hobgoblins, you would. Up ahead, you can't quite tell if these are hobgoblins or men.
In hobgoblininess, I'd imagine you would join as a spectator and wait to be called in.
Okay.
So I will explain this, that we come within a certain distance, which I will stop and you'll know what the distance is. And then if they yell out a certain chant, we will respond and join them.
Okay.
That's the polite thing to do. And if that's not what they do, because
Kill
they're
them.
not hobgoblins, we'll figure it out.
We'll kill them all.
How long is message?
I don't know. You keep
Am I
on
flying
asking
over
me.
this thing yet? I
You know spells?
Like,
Come
I
on.
No, I'm not a spell. Not like that.
I'm not that kind of
Not
spellcaster.
that kind of spellcaster.
They're moving still, even though they discuss how to approach. But you're ahead because you're not being slowed down by the snow.
No.
And you can make it up to the.
Did he just take off?
Oh, I left, dude.
So he just took off, and then Victus asks Griff, so how does message work? And Griff just turns, listen, they have studied for years about magic. Mm-hmm. God just kind of gave me powers, okay?
Which god?
I don't know.
Okay.
Am I over the mammoth yet?
You're near the mammoth.
Okay, just tell me when I'm over it.
I don't like this.
What? This?
We're turning him into a hunter-seeker missile.
So, hold on. We got Jon Snow, we got Riddick, and we got Harry Potter now.
I make a
what
symbol.
the fuck are you?
I make a symbol of, like, close to the ground.
Dude, you know how far away I am right now, and I'm going against the, like, wind?
You're flying?
I'm flying right now.
You're above it.
Okay, so am I on the broomstick?
Or did he fly? Did you fly in the broom or just fly?
I think I took the broomstick.
He takes the broomstick because it's part of his equipment.
Okay.
You're falling.
How far?
Go with the dagger man.
How far?
I wasn't that high. I have to bend
You
like
can just swap him back.
Yeah.
what? Maybe how much in my mind would it take for him to not die on impact, killing a mammoth with his blade?
Not die?
Well, you know,
Not die or not get hurt?
not get hurt. I guess. I mean, if I dropped him really high, I feel like it'd be worse. If I dropped him from like 100 feet, is that bad?
Yes.
How far?
You dropped me from like 40 or 20.
Well, I don't want to get in the other guy's face. You know,
How far away from this
20.
mammoth are we?
You guys are
That's me
closing
in
the
the middle
gap.
at 50.
20.
You're closing the
This
gap.
isn't-
You're about 1,000 feet away.
Oh shit.
I don't even know what knowledge that would be. Knowledge geography. How about that?
That would do it.
For what?
I don't know.
How far you can fall?
Yeah.
You just have an idea of how far you've fallen in your life and gotten hurt.
Yeah, you know that if he fell more than 20 feet, he'd get hurt. You know that if he fell more than 10 feet, he'd get hurt.
Alright, fine. I dropped him
And you're
from
not
like,
allowed to be cleared for a neck injury if you fall more than 3 times your own height. It is assumed you have a neck injury and you are put in a neck brace.
Alright, 20 feet. You can have 20 feet, right? You think you can handle that?
How much damage do I take on 20 feet?
I'll tell you once you take it. You're above a mammoth, 20 feet up.
Tap back.
20 feet above the mammoth or 20 feet above the ground above a mammoth?
20 feet above the mammoth.
He's gonna land on the back and you're gonna control that animal.
He should have
Okay.
done that then. He has animal handling.
Well, you didn't have
Yeah.
the thing.
Okay.
I'm just hovering on a broom then.
Yeah, you're about 5 feet closer to the mammoth.
She's gonna keep lowering.
Well, now he's actually on the mammoth
I
at that point.
tap another time.
Okay, you're now about 10 feet above the mammoth.
You just said I was 5 feet above the mammoth.
No,
No,
you
5
said-
feet closer.
Yeah.
So how far am I? 10 feet?
Yeah.
5 feet and top of it.
Yeah.
Now you're on the mammoth.
Yeah.
You're riding a mammoth.
I cast Vanish.
Okay.
on top of the mammoth.
And now I stealth on the mammoth.
Okay.
Which means I land as, like, carefully as I can. You can't.
So somebody
can't
tries to put a spear into the mammoth through you.
He's on top of the mammoth.
He's on top of
Yeah.
it.
But there's a
Riding it.
projectile or two that are coming around.
Alright, well, hopefully
Maybe
I
you
don't
shouldn't
get
have
hit.
gone invisible.
And
I
then-
mean, can you imagine these poor guys who are trying to attack the thing? You just see a dude come flying on a broom, go tap tap, you see him for a second, he goes tap tap, sees me again, tap tap, and now he's on the top.
that's for stealth. So the mammoth doesn't notice me on its back.
What is the result of that?
Yeah, I probably should have told you.
You rolled an
Jesus.
18
That would make sense.
plus
25?
Jesus Christ. 30, 43, 43. But I feel like if you're in physical contact with something,
It knows you're there.
What about top of its hair? Do you feel a...
Well, technically he was
fly
at
on
5
top of your
feet
hair?
above it, and then he landed on it.
do you feel a koala that was dropped 5 feet on top of you? Because that's a more accurate assessment.
It's not a...
I'm pretty sure you
It's
could
a
have
mammoth
just
and
stabbed
you're
it.
a human being.
Yeah, mammoths are big.
Yes, but
How far can you throw?
not human to fly size, human to koala size.
Koalas are big.
Koalas are like this big.
That's a big koala.
Yeah, and in comparison to a human, humans would be about mammoth sized.
I would say, like...
Fine, a squirrel then. You'd notice a squirrel
okay,
landing on
yeah,
you.
I'll give you that.
Come on.
This plan wasn't great.
You should have stabbed it from 20 feet up. You
I
could
would
have just
duck if
thrown
somebody
it.
threw a mouse
All you had to
at
do was
me.
throw the weapon, and I would have switched out with
That's
you.
not how it works.
What? Your return knife can't come back after you throw it?
No, but you can't just drop somebody as a weapon.
Yeah, I can. I just did.
And it didn't work.
It didn't work.
Well, he could have if he would have thrown his
He
weapon.
would have
No,
died.
that's not how it works.
Should have prepared an action to throw.
You don't understand how this works.
So glad everybody listened to that talk I gave on the, what do you call it? How to join a hunt properly.
At the very least, I'm invisible.
I wasn't there. It's not my fault.
All right,
You were
I'm
right
gonna-
next to him.
I was gone. Ask him.
Was he going?
It was gone!
Oh, it's on you. All right. So I'm going to crawl over to its head, or try to, anyways.
Okay. Make a climb check.
Oh, this one. I'm good at.
Climb or ride?
Ooh. Well,
Does you have the climbing gloves?
21.
Okay.
So I make it to.
Stop rolling 3s and getting over 20. That's really annoying.
He does certain things very well.
certain things very well.
Oh my god.
That's also because those 2 things I have magic items that assist me.
So the men who are around you are throwing spears and shooting arrows at this thing, and they're slowly being able to sort of touch through its hide. But it's a tough beast, and it blows one guy out of the way.
All right, I'm going to find.
It's trying to shake you off at the same time.
Yeah, I'm going to try to aim for its forehead, and before I make my attack, I use my scarf.
Okay.
So I'm flanking the mammoth.
Technically, you're already flanking the mammoth with the guys.
Am I? Okay, then I'm just going to go for its head.
Okay.
Like right in the. Because mammoths
Bad spot.
Yeah, right in a soft spot, like the back of the head. Actually,
That's the spot.
yeah.
Sure.
And instead of my knife being just a knife, instead it's going to be make it as long as possible.
It's like a big spike.
So it's a big spike, and I'm only going to do one attack with a flat power.
Okay.
Just hammer it in.
That's what it was.
Do it.
35.
That is a 20.
You miss.
Okay, I'm going to try again.
Actually, hang on. It's flat-footed against this attack, I think.
It is flat-footed.
And you hit.
Cool.
Actually, a 1 difference.
So I'm not technically... My weapon is out. It knows that I'm probably going to attack it, so I don't get full attack damage.
No, but you can still sneak attack it.
Yep.
Should hopefully be enough to kill it.
And
Maybe.
then that is
120. All right.
6.
Oh, that's actually not bad. I'll take that.
Are you taking feats in the middle of our game?
Yeah, because, Joe says I'm not a real wizard, so I can't take feats from a real wizard.
Atlas can't take those feats either.
Why? You're a real wizard.
I'm not.
20.
I'm an arcanist.
You're not a wizard, Barry.
25.
Funny.
20.
I'm gonna keep saying it till it is.
29. Plus. That's not the damage, is it?
Sure.
Is that attack bonus to damage? Yeah, it is. So that's 31, and then plus 6, so that's 37.
Okay. So you spike into this thing and it goes, or that was kind of more of a horse noise. You can try it. No, that wasn't very good. It makes a really hideous noise as a bunch of blood comes spurting out into you.
Oh!
The blood is warm, but it soon chills over. And the rest of these guys are still throwing spears and shooting arrows at it. You've got to duck and dodge a spear arrow or two. The rest of the party approaches the mammoth scene now. And this thing is now really thrashing around. They've managed to separate it from the other mammoth.
It's still alive?
It's alive.
Attack.
This thing's alive.
One more attack.
Sure.
He thought it would be dead.
Hang on, it gets to make an attack.
Oh, guess
It tries to throw you. What's your armor class?
28.
Yeah, it gets you.
Oh.
It gets you.
Sure.
This is a slam, followed by a gore.
So
The gore misses, but the slam gets you.
Okay.
Tusks can't reach back there, but the
So it
trunk
flips you off. Right? Man, maybe it does grab him with his
Do I get a
trunk.
climb check to try to hold on?
No, this is like a super grapple.
Okay.
Super crapple.
Wrong dice.
It's hard to fight a mammoth trunk.
Yeah.
19 damage.
Okay. That hurts. And it's grappling me?
No, it hucked you to the ground.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and it was going to gore you, but it missed.
So
It like rends its trunks, which just spear on either side of you, and now you're pinned between it, and it sort of rips its trunks out of its tusks rather, out of the ground, as the other men keep firing at it.
all right, so I'm going to do acrobatics to roll between its legs,
Sure.
and then I tap my belt.
Okay. Valley, you are now underneath a mammoth, which is trampling and stomping its way around.
And I have my, I'm on my broom, by the way.
Yeah, you're okay.
Just floating on your broom.
I'm just like, oh, and it's got a
The dog to the face.
looking straight into the.
And I yell while I appear next to you guys. Just stab up. That's all you need to do.
Make a reflex save, Duffy.
Who?
You.
Who?
Oh.
Oh God.
You fail.
Okay, why?
Because I know what your reflex bonus is.
Yeah,
And I know it's low.
it's 10.
Did you roll a 19?
No.
I probably would have saved that. With a 3.
Alright, cool.
How much damage did I take?
Just flans him.
Yeah, it's just that's what it's doing. It's doing a trample. You take 29 damage.
Such low numbers.
Well, wait, you didn't even attempt to hit my AC.
This was a DC. You got a chance to save.
Yeah.
Because you effectively had to like get out of the
How
way.
much? 29, you said?
29.
Okay. 90.
And then you can take an action.
I cast Vanish on myself.
Sure. You can take an action.
Okay.
You can take an action.
Okay.
Take
I'm
one.
gonna fly out, first of all.
All right.
Opportunity.
Oh, natural 1, he misses.
His cuss goes flying.
Atlas for the catch. He dives deep. Gets crushed by it.
His spear's
Imagine if I just dropped a house on this thing right now.
I would kill the meat.
I know. That's why I'm not going to or / cast a fireball at
But
it.
just stab it with the sword, man.
Yeah.
Vorpal that shit. Now's your moment. You're gonna roll the natural 20. You're gonna cut its head off. You're gonna be the hero.
They'll ruin
Call
the
it.
meat. You're not supposed to cut off the head.
Does Fly and flew away? Or is Fly just active?
Flies his broom.
I'm on my broom.
Oh,
dude.
okay.
Yellow broom. Magic item.
Magic item, bitch. I don't even have to cast fly anymore. Guess I'm just gonna have this. So Vorpal Sword's just gonna go by itself. Try to go cut its head off, and then I'll attack it as well. Can I do a go by with it with my broom? Try to cut at it?
No.
No.
No, that's a thing. That's a feat you need.
Oh, Vorpal Sword can go do
Spring
its own
attack.
shit. 11 plus a lot, so.
Plus more than 10?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So 12 damage on that.
Okay.
Hits again.
I
Plus
should have
11.
conferred a negative thing against it.
Another 11 damage.
I keep forgetting.
All right.
I could cast a spell, I just don't know at this moment what that would be.
Okay.
Actually, Ray of Enfeeblement.
Sure.
This ruins the meat.
Does it pass or no?
Yeah, he fails, so you can do a d6 of strength damage to it.
4 plus 5, so 9 strength damage zap from him.
You don't add anything to that roll.
Yes, I do. It's whatever, it's a d6 plus 5 max.
I don't know if that's right.
It is.
I don't think that's right.
You're gonna learn today, Joe. Gonna learn today.
Do you have a spell that saps the lowest thing?
It zaps her strength mod.
Holy intelligence. Ray of...
Mental enfeeblement.
There used to be a way to do that in 3rd edition with a really bullshit spell. So that was like a level 1 wizard could just zap anything with low intelligence and knock it out. Even the Taurusk.
Yeah.
And so they were like, oh, let's make sure that you can't do that in this game.
Cheap sons of bitches.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
9 strength damage, which takes him down to 25.
Yeah, he's pretty up there.
Um,
I could only do 11
Griff,
attacks
it's your
with
turn.
that attack, so.
Am I close?
yeah,
How close?
you're within 100 feet.
He's got high strength, man. No, you just got a flying sword in front of it. Maybe it'll cut it. Maybe it won't.
Within 100 feet isn't much.
you doing?
Griff is going to do Searing Light.
Griff, unmute me.
Searing Light.
Searing Light.
Huh?
What?
What?
Go.
What?
Searing Light.
Searing Light. It's well in range.
Take a shot.
But I gotta make an attack roll. I pretty much failed. This is a touch attack. Do I add anything to that from my charisma? Yes. So... 21 to touch.
You touch it.
A single hand comes down and like wipes on the side of his face. Oh! Mammoths, the horses of the tundra.
Now we're just quoting the Dark Crystal.
25.
Okay.
No save. 25 damage.
All right. So you just sort of holy bitch slap this thing. And now it is
God, motherfucker.
Havoc's turn. As you get closer, you recognize
And then I move
the
closer.
clothing being worn by these people.
Yes. As
Goblin clothing.
goblin clothing.
Hobgoblin clothing.
That's not good. Keep the hood on.
So but yeah, the hood stays up, I guess.
Did you used to have a beard when you were there?
It comes and goes. So I will call out an introduction and wait for the invitation.
Okay. The invitation is offered
All right,
quickly.
I respond with
As we've already
with the acknowledgement, and I will run into melee. I think that's probably my whole turn. I don't think I can get an attack in.
Did I roll my initiative?
And by melee, I mean 15 feet. So
None
I
of
can
us
use my
did.
whip.
Because I was just kind of dropped.
I know.
You're welcome.
But now it's your turn.
Okay, I start sprinting towards the banner.
Okay.
I'm also invisible.
Okay. Back to the Folly.
Yes.
It's your turn.
Okay. I am going to just have my sword do what it's got to do.
This Mastodon is weak.
Mammoth.
Mammoth. It's a Mastodon.
20,
in the stat box.
27. for
Mastodon,
AC.
Mammoth, same thing.
Is his AC higher than 27?
No.
Okay. 7 attack as well. Same thing. 10 plus 2 plus 14. 26 damage.
So your sword just sort of stabs into it, and the thing stumbles and topples down and clumsily collapses onto the ground, and you hear a bunch of guttural yelling from these men around you.
I just drop down and have the sword come back to me.
And the hunt is adjourned as these hunters sort of gather around this thing and begin the hasty preparation.
Instead of sprinting over, I tap in.
The hasty
Hold out my hands and go like, "Yes, it is I who
tap back
defeated
in.
the other."
one of them speaks up in Goblin.
You don't know Goblin. I tap in.
I know Goblin.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
One of these guys speaks up in Goblin and says, "It's not often that a hunter will come from afar to assist in the mammoth hunt."
Double tap in.
I tap in.
Stop it. Stop that.
I double tap back in.
I tap in and take off the
Double
belt.
tap?
It's rude to flaunt.
I tap in and take off the belt.
Okay.
I'm still running.
Sorry, I'm being.
You're here.
Okay.
I'm not being very helped by my friend. It is a pleasure to help you in the hunt. Increased charisma due to my headband.
It's true. You do have the headband.
The prime cut shall be yours. Flunk. He hands you the trunk.
Hey, that was mine!
Traditionally, it's the heart.
It's a delicacy.
The trunk is.
Thank you.
What of the ivory?
You hear me in the distance. I killed it!
I bow to him.
I don't speak up.
I did more damage.
You would never have gotten there in time if it wasn't for me.
Now, we have traveled long. We may need some assistance. Though I thank you for this trunk. I would willingly trade it back if you would be able to offer us some stay.
Trading the trunk is bad manners.
Okay.
just hold them it up and yell hospitality.
But I would not. And so I haven't. Could we get...
Do the hospitality.
Do the hospitality thing.
I pull out...
A ration.
No, we don't have any
You guys
rations
have
left.
burned through all of your rations.
Yeah, my rations are empty.
Oh, I pull out my ever-filling mug filled with beer. And I go, an offering. Hospitality.
Is the beer cool?
It's lukewarm.
It's like 30 degrees out.
If it's room temperature, it's pretty cold. There's a layer of ice.
It's always, I'm assuming, the same lukewarm.
Yeah, I would imagine that it sort of comes out room temperature, which is like 70 degrees, because it's effectively coming from another dimension.
Yeah.
The beer dimension.
The plate of beer.
Just open up the window. Hey, can I get some beer over here?
No drink unfinished. And he drinks this
Oh,
drink.
God.
I tap it.
No drink unfinished. No drink unfinished. No drink
Unfinished.
unfinished.
I'm gonna...
Oh, God. Please.
Hospitality.
You can turn it off. It only fills when you want to.
I can't stop it. No drink unfinished.
Here, I grab it and like try to stop it from filling up.
Wow.
You have quite a stomach, sir.
While this is going on, I'm gonna mage hand the belt away from...
Thank you.
From
He's
Vic.
holding onto it.
No, he wasn't. He
in
took
my
it off,
hand.
he said.
He's in his hand.
Yeah, it's in
Oh,
my
that's
hand.
bullshit.
I mean, it's
Why
bullshit.
would I not?
You have a trunk in your hand and you had a beer you hold.
I have
Now,
a trunk
You
that I'm-
obviously put the belt down.
I put the trunk
He could be
down.
holding it.
I can't hold a fucking trunk in my hand. That thing's massive, and I have 9 strength. 8 strength.
Somebody handed it to you.
I like carefully put it down.
He
and
literally
He wouldn't have been
handed
able
it
to hold it. He wouldn't have been able to hold it. So he
Yeah.
had to put it down. You folk are not of hobgoblin kind. You've come a long way, it looks.
Ironically enough, we came to trade in ivory.
Where's your ivory?
To get
No, to buy ivory.
You want to buy this ivory.
Not anymore. We got
General
it already.
ivory, but this ivory would work as well.
This ivory would work.
Yes.
No, I'll sell it to you.
How much?
We just fucking act.
Right now?
Yeah.
Sure. I like my
Why don't you let Atlas take care of that? It's his thing.
stuff farm to table.
Stop letting Atlas get things when he's DMing.
Well, it's caught fresh. 1,000 gold pieces. I'll sell you both trunks.
Jesus fucking Christ. He just gave it to
You keep on messing up.
Sorry.
Sorry.
That sounds like a deal, my friend.
You got it. If you want tusks, you got it.
Anything you need?
Oh, boy.
Alright, I'll minus 2,000 gold.
1,000 gold.
1,000 gold.
Jesus.
Okay. You now have 2 massive tusks.
Give him Atlas.
I really bought these more to like keep up
Appearances.
appearances.
Okay.
That's good.
We'll give them to Atlas and he can shrink them.
You folk are about to be swallowed by the weather. Another storm is moving in.
Well, it's fortunate we found you.
Oh, it's more than fortunate. It's fate.
We also saw from up high.
Good. You would have been probably killed in the next storm.
Probably.
Were you out here in the last one? You must have been.
We were able to find comfort, actually, with the cartographer.
He falls off the horse. Good.
And the dragon.
What?
There's a dragon?
I don't speak up.
Okay. This guy doesn't speak common, I think.
Could you
Probably
bring us?
not.
Could you bring us to your camp before the storm hits?
We don't have a camp.
You don't have a camp?
No, we've been traveling on foot.
Fuck.
Our campment is little more than a tent.
What were you planning to do when the storm hit?
We're going to make it back to the city.
What? In a couple days?
We're not that far out.
Are we not that far out?
No.
You'd think we would have figured that out with the cartographer.
Or the person who's been here before.
Well, he's not been around.
I guess not.
Not been around these parts.
Let's travel together.
Yes, let's.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's. Hey, how you doing, hooded man? I got it too.
He is very drunk.
This guy's
Yes. My name is Avalanche.
It's Primo.
Wow.
No relation.
What?
Speaking of avalanches.
Oh, there's another fellow named Avalanche. He's more famous than me. I'm just a different guy. Avalanche. Little spelled, little a.
2 A's.
No, avalanche.
Lowercase.
How long have you folk been hunting these mammoths?
Oh, this mammoth or just hunting mammoths?
This mammoth.
Oh, we've been hunting this mammoth for about 2 days. Cool. And we're only about 2 days out.
Perfect.
Yes?
Well, let us set out. We have a heavily frostbitten man. Do you happen to have any healers?
The best cure for frostbite is a knife.
Yes, we've got treatments for the aching frost, but his doesn't seem to be progressing.
No, we stopped the spread. We'd like to save the
That's
limbs.
too late.
Question, these guys weren't freaked out by me on a flying broom at all?
No.
I mean, they've seen magic before.
They really avoid magic mostly. They don't want magic. Obviously, because they block it the
Bold of
fuck
you to
out.
speak for the land that I made.
Well, why would they block it out if they didn't like it?
Maybe they want to have a monopoly.
Well, Avalanche, it will be a pleasure to walk with you. I reach out my hand to shake.
One of those.
Forearm grab.
He's like skinny as
Yeah.
9 strength over there.
8.
Oh, God.
Don't forget your tusk and trunk.
Yes, I attempt to lift the trunk over my shoulder.
I'll carry them.
God.
I'll pick
13?
it up. I'll pick it up behind you.
And then presumably the tusks get shrunk down into movable form.
Presumably.
Presumably.
How dare you presume?
Atlas, are you planning on carrying these?
Ooh.
He rolled above a 5.
Shrink it.
Yeah, he shrinks the tusk.
Cool.
2 quick days of travel later, you guys begin to see this storm front moving in from the north. It's trapped behind the mountain right now, but you can see it building up and starting to lurch its way up and over.
Oh, Atlas, I'm covered in large amounts of mammoth blood. Could you prestidigitate some of that away?
On the day that you got coated?
Yeah. Thank you. I'm assuming all the blood just kind of falls off.
So what are they using to move this carcass?
Sleds.
Probably sleds.
Do they have, like, wargs that are dragging the sleds, or are they dragging them themselves?
No, these guys are a band on their own.
Oh.
So, 20 guys
the
pulling
band back together, man.
a sledded carcass along the ice. Not too bad.
We could attach up our horses. I don't know if the horses are
Our horse.
horses. We have summon horses.
2. There's 2 horses.
Horses.
Your horse and the summoned horse.
Don't you summon horses?
No.
Oh.
Listen.
We got to go through this.
They study their magic and learn a lot.
Look, man, I don't know. Magic is magic.
You hear me message in your head.
God gave me magic.
Can you do
You heard me
sound?
message in your head, by
Yes.
the way.
That's magic enough.
Griff.
From God.
Yeah.
I didn't read it.
Maybe he's a god of horses.
God. No. Do you see what I do? Do I do horse stuff?
I don't know.
You hear a message in your, I've never studied magic a day in my life.
Well, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. And he has, because you get your spell book.
But I never went to college or studied and shit like
You
that.
studied magic because you have a spell book.
I just have a
I don't think studied means studied like you think it does.
Just because I
means
looked over a
you've
book
looked
one day and memorized things doesn't really mean
That's
it's...
literally studying magic.
What studying is. Reading a book and memorizing it.
If that was the case, then I could just do it out of wind, but I can't. I gotta keep going back to the same book and
Exactly.
remembering.
You go to the book to study magic.
Yes, but
you study the magic out of the book every morning when
But
you
I
fix
don't
your
learn
spells.
technically
They're just
anything.
beamed into his head.
Yeah, it's
He
different.
just
You
sits
study
there,
magic.
then
Right.
God has
It's like, hey God,
tube.
could I have spells today? And God's like, yes. And it's a crapshoot every time because he has no idea if God will do it again.
You don't roll for that, though.
As
So obviously-
as your characters bicker about the nature of spells and studying and what makes one spellcaster a nerd and one spellcaster cool,
You're a nerd!
You don't even know spells, you stupid bitch.
Yep.
He does.
Ghost sound!
He says it in Ghost Sound. Ghost
Ghost
Sound!
sound,
Counterspell
bitch!
You can't cast it.
It's a spell-like ability!
Can't counterspell that.
that's true.
I know more about
Sure hope
counter spells
nobody's
than
falling
you do!
asleep to this episode.
The sun is setting on the western coast, leaving this really kind of red glow from the low sun
Sounds good.
to cast over the horizon. You guys who kind of come up on top of this like valley and looking down into what looks like almost like a meteor strike of a pit, can see this looming structure jutting out from the ground, shining in the sunset. The land is completely stained red. Even through the snow, it seems, you can see this red glow around this land into the water of the bay, which you can see now as you come up onto this slight like embankment hill kind of thing. The bay is flooded with red water, and surrounding this large structure are these two jutting out columns of steel and shiny metals. And on and around that, there's this like shanty sort of rag-to buildings that have been attached and adorned and spread out from around. And encompassed in all of that are these walls. Each of these walls has like a big guard tower, and on that guard tower of each one you can see the same sorts of megalithic faces carved in from here. From where you're standing, it almost looks like this was a sword plunged into the earth, into this meteorite crater.
It probably was.
I wonder what sword it could have been.
Not mine. Does it look like my sword?
No.
Good.
Well, this looks like a cheery place.
Yeah. What is this?
This is my home.
Oh, does it have a name?
Yeah, they didn't really name that one.
Oh, man.
I guess that's Iron Glacier.
That's the Iron Glacier.
Okay.
That is the Iron Glacier.
Ah,
And that's where we're going to end this week's episode of the Odyssey Campaign.
that's the Iron Glacier.
And that's the Iron Glacier.
That's the Iron Glacier.
And we'll pick up next week with our journey inside the capital.
Are you demon enemy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun 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 dun.